Good morning, Sassy Fam, and welcome to your Thursday check-in. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. Tomorrow, the 14th, or thereabouts, depending on where you are in the world, it will be the full moon in the sign of Virgo, plus a lunar eclipse. What does that mean? So for the next several days, possibly weeks, some of you might be feeling an intense drive to get in tune with your natural gifts. So not the gifts that we are given, but the gifts that we give unto others or put into the world. Specifically, our time, energy, efforts, expertise, skills, talents, that kind of thing, to kind of dig deep, expand upon them, maybe even be generous with them. The lunar eclipse suggests, hold up, don't assume everything, right? You might have some hidden talents in you yet. So some of you might be going through an experiential phase, right? Where we're opening up to new skills and hidden talents and that kind of thing and wanting to incorporate those into our lives. It's a really good time, in other words, to just be productive and happy with what it is that makes us who we are. Just exemplifying the best of our gifts, skills, and talents. That's good stuff. Other than that, not too much going on, and we'll take that. Like I said, things around here continue to be smooth. I don't always get that, so we're going to enjoy this. Because I tell you what, honey, I spent some time last weekend at one of my favorite places, right, with the calendar out, and I'm already looking at planning out June, July, August. What? No, I know, it's crazy. I know, as always, time marches on. As the Wheel of Fortune is wont to remind us, time marches on always. So yeah, we'll take the smoothness. We'll do that. It won't always be that way. It won't. It just can't. That's not life as I understand it, as many of you know. Having said that, what are we doing today? We are doing a 5-card reading, past, present, future, wherein 2 cards are dedicated more or less to the past, 1 in present day, and 2 to the future. I will go ahead and clarify them all, and I will do my best to be tidy with my clarifications, okay? I will do my best to not go on and on. It's what I do, but I will try to do less of it. Going on and on, that is. All right, you guys, with the 5-card draw or past, present, future, like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. If there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today that I personally did not see, call out, or connect to, then you feel free to reverse those energies as you see fit. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all, which I know is frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Like always, your sign will be time-stamped in the description box as well as the comments. Let me see. Anything else? Not really. Look forward to shorts, of course, and the next Sunday check-in. Speaking of shorts, I was able to get some done upstairs because sometimes I need an environment break. And by upstairs, I mean my other office. Where all the mechanical, technical stuff gets done. The writing, too. So, yay! Sometimes we'll do some shorts up there. Like I said, it was a nice break for me. You guys will remember that space, obviously, if you go back far enough to remember the Sunday shuffle. So it was nice to get some messages knocked out upstairs. And really all it is I move the messages from one desk to another desk, but it's still a different desk. That's what's up. You will also note that some of you, oh yeah, she redid the space. I did. When I switched back into writing full time, yeah, that whole area has changed, at least for me. So it's much more streamlined, much more efficient, and much more conducive to my goals. Yeah. It feels good. I like it. It's much more refreshing. But anyway, it was nice to have you all back up there again, and I'll try to remember to do that again from time to time. Incorporate some type of message, and maybe even a check-in. We'll see. Not as much space since I had to make room for more equipment. But we'll see. Anyway, that's enough of that. You guys, I will see you for the shorts, the Sunday check-in, your messages in general, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're up first. What's going on, please, for Leo? Show me Leo, please. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. The Hierophant. Yeah, 6 of Swords. Okay. Present, 2 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Back up. And the Ten of Wands, sense of heaviness. So back here in the past, the Hierophant, okay, higher sense of self, commitment. This is what I stand up for. This is what I believe in. Okay. Six of Swords, at some point, you left this idea behind gently. I don't know how long it took you. Past is past. That Hierophant and that sense of committed self could have been 5 days ago, could have been 20 years ago. I don't know. But a sense of this is me, this is what I'm all about, this is what I sign up for. Yeah, this is how I approach life. These are my rules, these are my norms, these are my agendas, these are my traditions. Okay. And Six of Swords, at some point we gently pulled away from that idea of ourself. Okay. We'll have to see what that means. Two of Cups in present day. Some sense of emotional harmony here between you and someone else. Okay, beautiful. Ten of Cups before you in future, a sense of expansion, all is well, I'm part of something larger. So here we have that sense of this is you and me, this is how we feel, and it expands into a Ten of Cups, which is lovely inner circle energy. That confuses people. What does that mean? It's never really tied or attributed to just one person. We typically call it family, friends, lovers, spouses, kids, the pets, all of it. Our inner circle is our inner circle. We know who they are. It could be one person. Like I said, it could be 30, 40, 50. All right. But you already kind of showed me how your heart feels towards one other person. And then how it sometimes leads into, or we hope it leads into, a Ten of Cups. But there's some strain out here towards the end with the Ten of Wands. We're going to see what that's about. We're going to start right here with the Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant, please. Let's see that Hierophant. The Hierophant for the Hierophant. You might have some FYI, very strong Taurus in your chart. King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Wow, somebody's heart space, or the both of you, because there's two, but it's representing the past. Okay? Don't know if this person's still with you today in the 3D, but emotionally and spiritually, someone walked. However, two people's sense of commitment were hidden here and affected. We had to do this because someone wasn't true in their heart. They said that, you know, I love you, but not really. They weren't emotionally present. So this is someone's very clear past regarding commitment at this point, full-on commitment. Even if it wasn't, say, marriage on paper, it was a commitment to be in each other's company, bare minimum, or to choose the same person again and again. And King of Cups, and this is a contradiction, King of Cups, Eight of Cups, I am open to give and receive love, not really. So someone here was not fully committed in their heart. Okay? They might have been committed in spirit, but not in their heart. Their heart was false. I don't think it was like a devil thing. No. I think it was, this is someone who prefers to have an open heart, but they weren't aware of how detached they were, specifically detached to the commitment. So I'm sure that you two loved each other, but it's kind of like saying, I love you, just you don't get the best of me, even though I said I'm committed to you. And commitment does not guarantee someone's heart space. No, that's true. A lot of people find that out the hard way. Yeah. And I am sorry. I don't know if that was you. I don't know if it was them. That was literally a two-person combo in there in terms of energies and the experience specifically. And the result is somebody's sense of commitment changed, obviously, quite a bit. How we perceive commitment, how we perceive ourselves, specifically around this idea of love. And how, in theory, it's supposed to be there. But it's not showing up. Okay? Six of Swords. It would make sense then that you had to move on from this. Some of you literally had to relocate from this. I don't blame you. Six of Swords. But bare minimum, moving on. Okay? I don't know if it was amicable. I hope it was. Gosh, saying things like that are never easy, but it is honest. Okay? Six of Swords. Let's see that Six of Swords. Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Emperor. Yeah, it was this idea of, I got to move on from this. I can't include it in my inner circle anymore. But you still kind of perceived yourself as being part of it, not fully detached from that inner circle. It still meant something to you. I'm sure you two had common points of connectivity. And part of you kept them in your heart, but we also knew with the insistence here of the Emperors that we had to move on or move forward. It's kind of like saying I'll always have a soft place in my heart for them. If I saw them crossing the street, I wouldn't spit in their face, but I nevertheless need to move on from them. So that was actually a beautiful, sort of gentle experience for some of you. It showed empowerment, no drooping heads here. No, that's actually quite admirable, the way you move forward. It's kind of like saying I'll always reflect on them fondly. I'll always have a space in my heart for them. But I got to move forward. I got to be responsible for me. I still need to exercise my own sense of will. As the Emperor here, one must carry forward. So you're showing me a lot of stoicism there, a lot of braveness in the heart, and the willingness to forgive too. I'm not saying you have to forgive. This is in the past orientation. You would already know if you've forgiven this person. It's kind of like because they connected to me, because they allowed me to connect to something greater in their life, I can forgive them. Because in some way I love them, even if they didn't love me back. I can forgive them and move forward. So again, that's very stoic, and that's very brave of the heart of you, and that's very forgiving. But I don't see stuff like that every day. I think many of you took it upon yourselves to literally move on with your life. And you went out of your way to show this person emotional generosity, to think good of them, even if it wasn't like that anymore. Okay, so let's catch you up in present day with that Two of Cups. Let's see that Two of Cups, please. Let's see that Two of Cups. Let's see that Two of Cups, please, for Leo. King of Wands, that's you. Nine of Swords, and the Page of Swords. We harmonize with somebody, and we think about them a lot. And while in many respects, the idea of someone's love cup makes us energized, your natural energy is there, natural state of grace, as I would say, with the King of Wands. It has your attention, your sense of passion, direction, and hope. You're saying, I just kind of keep an eye on the situation. Why? Nine of Swords, Page of Swords. It kind of is coming across, I don't know if they feel the same way about me. So there's somebody's emotional sense of self that you bond to, that you connect to already, but you worry about it a great deal. Do they feel the same about me? I don't think it's that which you left behind. You did that so beautifully, boldly, if not bravely. This is someone else whose heart space we feel is like ours, could be like ours. But you're showing me a little worry around it. A lot of worry around it. And it's kind of like I don't know what to think about it, and I overthink it, so I get shut down towards it sometimes. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see that Ten of Cups. I wasn't expecting that. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't exactly expecting you to rush into new love either, but there's someone here who you recognize feelings for, and you strongly suspect they feel something similar to you. But then fear of the mind kind of takes over and shuts it down. Let's see that Ten of Cups, please. Let's see that Ten of Cups, please. Three of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. I see. I see. We're not able to look at emotional expansion yet. That's not a challenge. Don't take it as one. I can see what you left behind so bravely, and the willingness to keep a good, positive energy and spirit towards it. Like I said, I don't think you're just trying to rush into new love. It's kind of overwhelming to the Leo I'm looking at already that you've identified a heart space that you feel could be similar to yours. And in some ways, you're already connected to it. But you're like, I worry about it all the time. So all you're showing me is I think I may not be ready yet. It's fearsome. It's fearsome. To open back up. It's fearsome. It's a meddlesome thing sometimes with us. It's like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Look where you've come from. Where we had to walk away from a commitment and change our sense of self. understand that not everything's set in stone, and to kind of be a brave Leo about it, and accept that the forgiveness and the fondness in the heart and all that. Yeah, it's going to be a little fearsome, a little worrisome when we think we have the potential to connect to someone else's cup. And it makes us feel things we weren't expecting to. Yeah, the mind's going to get in there and kick our ass a little bit and say, I don't think we're ready. I don't think we're ready. I don't think we're ready. Yeah, I don't blame you. Ten of Cups. So here we have the idea of emotional expansion and becoming something greater in the other person's world. And we're like, hold on, Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords. So in this respect, I actually agree with you. When we have to wait, it really is because we understand it's in our best interest. So long as it's waiting positive, not waiting useless. This is not waiting useless. It's just putting things off for the sake of it and just hoping some sort of miracle will happen without any sort of real work put into it. No. What we have here is Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords. I kind of agree with your assessment. You're like, I'm going to take a little time and make sure I, as a person, am healed before I start to try to emotionally expand in anyone's world, or they are allowed to start expanding in mine. Okay, so I have to agree. I'm glad that you're feeling things again. I'm glad that you are feeling like a back in touch with Leo again energy. A sense of passion and ambition and keeping your eyes forward. Okay, I love that. I love that for you. And the idea of someone's love makes you nervous, really nervous about your own sense of readiness, so on and so forth. So yeah, I actually agree with this assessment. I want you to make sure you're okay with you first. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords. So I'm not saying you're going to put this off forever. I'm not saying that. I don't want you to. But I also agree with your decision that you want to be more ready than you currently are. And this, again, is present day. Right here, present day. So I'm glad you're feeling it. And you suspect maybe they feel it back. Cool. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. I want you to be ready. I get it. Like, you had a whole Ten of Cups and a commitment in there. And to your credit, you want all that stuff back. You want the emotional expansion back. You want the inclusion of the emotional support system or harmony principle. Like I say, you want that back. Okay? You're not out there prancing just to prance. You want the whole thing. You're a committed Leo. What are you going to do? And I love that. That means you know that about yourself. When you give your all, you give your all. You give your best, you mean it. And when you walk from something, that means you also mean it. Yeah, excuse you, you're going to have some nerves. It's okay. I'm glad you're feeling something. Maybe this is plucking on your heartstrings sooner than you had expected. That's okay. It tells us that we want to be ready. And that's all you're telling me is I want to be ready before I pursue a Ten of Cups again. Or any sort of emotional relationship again. Good. That's good on you. That makes me happy. Okay? See, I know we talk to them, don't we? Two of Wands, Two of Cups. I think we know who this is. It's not direct conversation. There it is again, the delay element, just a little bit for that Two of Cups. It's not some random person. No, it's someone whom we already kind of suspect maybe the cup is flowing in that direction, you know? It's not random. Ten of Wands, some of that Ten of Wands, some of that Ten of Wands, but I agree. Let's hold off for the self and make sure that you are in alignment with you. That's it. Your Nine of Pentacles self, Four of Swords. Yeah, I want to make sure you're rested up and that you feel good about you on your own. Yeah, that's all. It's not too much mystery there, folks. This is the kind of stuff that's perfectly normal, especially I hope you have the respective vision, because if this didn't happen to you, you're not going to appreciate how hard this was. Okay? That's the higher self that changed a lot. Higher self doesn't like to change. It says, this is where I'm at, and I know that. I'm committed. You know, so your willingness to part ways with it peacefully, even wish it well, to think of it fondly, to assume the responsibility of moving forward. It's beautiful. You got a lot of good qualities in there, honey. Very patient, too. Let's see that Ten of Wands, please. Excuse me, Four of Cups, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Very good. All right. So in future, I actually see you closing out some balances that are very, very unhappy. It looks like it's the finalization of whatever this is, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. There is the spiritual parting of ways and you doing your part to move it forward. And then there's the technical balances that are proving unhappy. You don't want to have to carry them any longer than you actually need to. For this, I don't blame you. It's kind of like I want those areas of my life squared away as well. Again, it's going to come across a little bit burdensome on the upfront. I have to carry this bullshit. I have to see it through. It needs to get done. Cross the T's, dot the I's, yada, yada, yada. But I know it's the unhappy, tidy work of what actually happens in the real world. So here we have this beautiful spiritual flow, which again, what a rock star you are. Just for wanting to be a good person of value in the end. Seeing this person of value when I strongly suspect the emotional detachment, the kind of lie here, well, not lie, but contradiction. I'm open to give and receive love. Not really. I don't think that was you. Anyway, then there's the real world application of, gotta deal with this. Gotta deal with this, Leo. I think once these are officially closed out, okay, and they're no longer attached to you in the way that it represents the old unhappiness, and you're not feeling so burdened by them anymore, yeah, I think that's what you mean by I'm going to wait a little more, make sure I'm good with me. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, the more we can tidy this up, I think, and I know, you'll feel better about possibly unfolding emotionally to someone else. Okay? All right. Yeah, bad health, number 31. Yeah. That could be the case. And bad health, we can take that as mental, emotional, spiritual, not just physical. Okay. A gift, the bear. Yeah, I say someone's always in that space of bad health, but it's from the heart, I believe. It's more cold. And don't get me wrong, it's that sense of I would give you love, or I would give you what you're worth, or I would give you more attention or more affection, but I always feel bad. Yeah, I don't think that was a you problem. I really don't. Okay? Sometimes the water here was cold or even frozen. So it's kind of like that's not a consolation prize. I would give you love, but gosh, I just don't feel good today. Well, that's because your heart's not really in it. You mean well, but meaning well does not substitute for being in love with someone. There's a little truth, you know. You can mean well in a lot of things, but it doesn't substitute what should be felt. Okay? Don't stop. That's right, baby. You keep going. You keep going. You know, you got your own particular trumpet. You blow that horn, you listen to that music, you hear that sound, that's on you, honey. Listen to your intuition, don't stop. You got to keep on keeping on. Good job. We have the letters D, S, Z, and T, and then we have the owl, great wisdom, intelligent, observant, eyes wide open, seeing something for what it is. Good job, Leo, honey. I hope this helped you. You keep on keeping on. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Sorry. I had to replace the Lightseer Tarot deck. Great deck, obviously worth the investment. But yeah, requires a little breaking in. It's quite willful, yes? What's going on, please? Show me Sagittarius, past, present, future. Show me Sagittarius, please. What's going on? 3 of Swords. 6 of Swords. Well, Leo had the same card saved placement, and I promise you I shuffled the heck out of these more so because it's a new deck. Present day, 7 of Cups. Up before you. You, darling. Excellent. Outcome is the 10 of Swords. Okay. It starts out rough, not going to lie. 3 of Swords. Ouch. Ouch. You can see that for yourself. Do you know what that feels like, right? We got pins and needles sticking in that heart, and we're trying to stitch the darn thing back together, but it ain't easy. 6 of Swords. I gotta leave this behind. I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to feel this hurt. I don't want to feel this neglect. I don't want to feel this rejection. Any of those things, all those things with Three of Swords. Pain. I don't want to feel it anymore. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan. Let's move it forward. Seven of Cups. You done something right because you're feeling a little safer there. Let's open up a little bit. Maybe nothing too crazy. I don't know that you're pursuing new options, but it's the idea is I'm more open than I was. I'm feeling other things other than just that. Good. You did some good work in there, honey. Temperance. You need more time and space to yourself. Patience, compassion, healing, the good stuff. Yeah? Ten of Swords out there. Possibly the exceptions of this ending. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's find out. Let's jump on into it. Let's rip off that Band-Aid. Three of Swords. Let's see that Three of Swords, please. Yeah, one more. Let's see that Three of Swords, please. Do you have that one neighbor? I'm not trying to pick on my neighbors, but any of you have that one neighbor? They always, and I mean always, have the HVAC heating AC people out. Always. And I'm like, man. I'm glad it's not me. I'm glad, because there's something always up with that, and I'm highly sympathetic because, you know, as a homeowner, it's just, you don't want to be one of the situations where that specialty van's always outside your house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bless them. I got to check in on them later. All right, let's see that Three of Swords, please. But anyway, my point is in case you hear the background noise. All right, Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, man, it took us forever. It's kind of like saying, I knew this was coming. That didn't make it any easier. That's like the world's slowest heartbreak. It's the slowest heartbreak. And we felt it was coming. We knew it was coming. But that didn't keep us from trying to shove last-minute energy into it to make it positive again. Ace of Wands, which you are much more inclined towards, obviously, as a fire sign. Would you rather have hope for that? Yeah. Would you rather still have good vitality and energy around this? Possibly passion? Yeah. Did it cost your heart a huge tax to try to keep it open? Yeah. Yeah, I really want this to feel good. I know, honey. But think about that. The more you try to make it feel good, the more it hurts. That was not a coincidence, right? Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. It was a delayed break. It was a delayed abandonment job. I sympathize, I really do. You know, what all you did was show me delay here. Delay. I'm trying to delay the worst of it, the ending. We had an idea. We knew, right? But every now and again, we tried to feed this some good energy, hope, vitality, passion, but we were drawing the ending out. Six of Swords. I don't want to do that since you've already been through it. So, moving on. Let's see that Six of Swords, please. Again, still in past orientation, but past rising into present. Let's see that Six of Swords, please. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Good, good, good. Two of Wands. As you moved away from this, you said, I'm going to make a decision based on self-worth. I am worth more than this. I'm going to focus on work. Speaking of work, some of you literally relocated in terms of job, functionality. I don't know. But the idea is all the best of my energies, all of them, as I move away from that sorry-ass situation, which also could have been work, 3D. Trying to keep the thing alive, trying to keep the dream alive, trying to keep the good energy, the good mojo, the good vibes alive for an old work function. It feels personal to me. It does. But again, as it resonates. The point is that you did what a lot of people do, be it personal or something else altogether that's just not shaping up and it's breaking our heart the more we try to keep it alive. We double down on stuff that does work. And that's exactly what you showed me. As you transitioned out of this, you also moved into, because the Six of Swords isn't just moving the hell away from, it's what we're going into. I'm all about work, baby. Whew, and knocking out that coin. Stability, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I'm all about my work. I'm all about my stability. I'm all about shut the hell up and leave me alone. Because there's a lot of sense of quietness in there. Self-worth. You know, I'm not going to blame you for being a homebody. Some of you literally relocated home and you just, whether or not you did, doesn't matter. Six of Swords, it's for some of you, it's simply the metaphor of having moved on. And then from there, you took over the identity of self-worth, like you fully claimed that identity, self-worth. Fuck this bullshit. This is anti-self-worth, so I'm going to focus on self-worth. And in so doing, you were highly productive, skilled, accumulated, I hope, a nice little checking account there, savings account. It was a productive period of your life. You know, it makes sense to me. But the point is that we refocused all our energy from what wasn't working into what does. We could control that, feel good in it, feel comfortable in it, you know. And that is definitely an overlap. As one thing stopped, you moved into the other. You see that? Moving away, going outwards. All right? Seven of Cups. Present day. Yeah, you have a strong reflection here of this does not work, this does. This does not work, this does. Let's say that Seven of Cups, please, in present day. Two of Swords, Knight of Cups to open up or not to open up. Three of Pentacles. Something here is asking for your attention emotionally and you don't know if you can cooperate with it or be friends with it. I have to agree. I like that you feel better, okay, about feeling other things other than past heartbreak. That tells me you've come a long way. That's beautiful. But the fact you're going, how do I feel about this friend? You've already answered your own question. So that's with you present day. It's not an insult, don't take it as one. Tarot doesn't dictate shit, you do. Tarot's a proof of choice, not the absence of it. If you want to start out something with somebody somewhere under the premise of friendship, cool. Just know that your emotions are involved, okay? I have no problem with people starting out with Three of Pentacles so long as they understand this is a common building point between us and the expectation is that it can go somewhere more personal. And if it can't, then we just need to remain friends, okay? Because I don't want people to set themselves up for failures in relationship or anything. So you want to know, present day, you've done a hell of a job, gold star back here, okay? That's some good quality work. But Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. Should you open up? Because you're feeling some kind of way. There's a softness in there, a little bit of vulnerability. Yeah. And some of you might even be feeling a little more romantical these days, now that you've put a lot more space between yourself and this. I get it. But if it feels a little more on the friendly side, then it probably should just stay friendship, especially if you aren't certain. Okay? So you can build into a Three of Pentacles, just be aware of it. That's all. I expect to start out as friends, common interests, common ground. But with the expectation that there's more growth. Or if the idea of expectation of more growth scares you and you think, I don't think I can do that, then it's probably best left as a friendship, no vulnerability of emotional or romantic attachment. That's all. That's my only advice to you, because, and the reason why it's advice is because you're contemplating this right now, to this day. You either identify with that or you don't. It's an open-ended question, but I think you already know the answer. Okay? Let's take a look then at you. Temperance. Rising into your future a little bit. Let's see Temperance, please. The Moon. Ten of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, you're doing some great work in there. It's not easy, but the Moon, Ten of Wands, the Fool. You're seriously assessing why it's been so hard for you to open up. You did great in your material world, don't get me wrong. But in terms of your spiritual essence and your own sense of readiness to open up, this is where it's been more difficult for you, emotionally and spiritually. Yeah, I can kind of see that over here where we're hesitating over a Three of Pentacles structure, which again, should not require that much contemplation. We're either understanding straight away this is a friendship structure and I want nothing more from it, or do I want something more from this because it does make me feel a couple things? But again, if you're having to question it, if you have to ask, you already know, you know? And that's one of the things you're thinking about for yourself in future. Look how far I've come. I feel a lot safer. I feel a lot more tempered, if you will, via your power card. And in so doing, you feel safer, understanding why it's been so hard for you to kind of come out of the shadows. Why has it been so hard for you to open up in a way that's more just vulnerable, trusting, taking a risk, taking a chance? You will find that out for you soon enough. Okay? Because you don't just go around saying yes to everybody who crosses your path. That would be ludicrous, by the way. But there's at least one person here, one person's energy who makes you stop and question the whole thing. Okay. It's fair. It suggests that you've come a long way, but you still have more work to do, particularly where that sense of adventure, risk-taking, and just opening up, taking a chance. It's hard for you. I want you to look at that. No pressure. No pressure on yourself or any situations or scenarios that approach you. People, too. Okay? You don't have to say yes to everything. But if you're shy, you're hesitating, that's what we want to figure out why. And that's exactly what I see you doing. Okay? Ten of Swords. Let's take a look at that. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. Queen of Cups. The World. Ace of Swords. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're doing some good work in there. Trust your process. Especially if you're right here at that critical juncture of present day energy where you're like, should I feel something, but is it just friendship? Then you do some great work here. I don't know that I'm done healing. Why is it so hard for me? Why do I hesitate so much about opening up to people, emotions? What's going on in there? Yeah, you're going to have a good discovery process, and then guess what you discover? With that ending, you're not ready to give or receive yet. Do you want to be? Queen of Cups? Absolutely. You have a soft, beautiful heart. It's not open for business. I'm not telling you what to do. That's what I see here. Ace of Swords. It's your particular conclusion if this resonates with you. It's a good truth. It's an honest truth. Excuse me, that's my lisp. It's an honest truth. You can embrace it. It's honest. It's an honest truth. Will you be like this forever? No. Is this where you are now? Yeah. That's it. And that's if it's your reading. Your heart space just isn't up for it right now. And that's a beautiful thing. I'd rather see the truth for you, Ace of Swords once more, than you forcing yourself into connections that you're not ready for, lest you do to others what was done unto you, with a very slow sense of, this shit's gonna break. And whoever you were connected with, dude, look, I'm not trying to focus on a them or they, but fuck that. They knew where that was headed. Nowhere. And they let you participate. They knew they were gonna break your damn heart. You know, so with all due respect to that which you had to leave behind and double down on your sense of self-worth and focusing on the fundamentals of life and getting that in order, getting my house in order, getting my career in order. I respect that, babe. I totally 1,000% respect that. But mind you, not everybody's like this. Not everybody's going to play with your heart. Not everybody's going to waste your fucking time. And not everyone's going to ask you to give your energy to a broken fuck up. Excuse me. Messed up. I corrected. You can't say I didn't. Messed up situation. You know, because that took two. I really try to focus on where people chose to participate for their own sense of healing and recognition. But yeah, when you understand that, you understand you owe this nothing. You don't owe it any more of your pain, your time, or your honesty of emotional loyalty. You don't owe it anything. Queen of Cups, for her part, con-wise, emotionally loyal, when she's not supposed to be too. You can let this go. The ending is for the best. That doesn't mean you're ready to open up to business. Okay, especially since you're over here, you're contemplating what looks like a very simple business of opening up or not opening up. Again, this suggests we have more work to do. Why do we hesitate? Yeah. Well, you have a fear of others and distrust that was built up for yourself, distrust of other people, particularly when it comes to matters of the heart. No, you're just now going to be in the space and future where you accept the ending, and you also beautifully accept you don't love it anymore and you don't owe it a damn thing. That's your truth. Okay? And that will be very freeing in and of itself when you realize you don't love that person or situation anymore. It's going to allow you different forms of healing. That's what this whole thing was about. It's not done. It's not done. You got more work to do, and that's not bad. I know. There's a sense of romance here. Number 9, the tulips, the lovers, if you will, for some of you. Cold. Cold feeling. Cold connection. Too strong. It's just a cold lover's energy. You were the main female. It's, I don't know why someone bothered pursuing you if they weren't going to completely open up and give to you. But that's one of the many mysteries of life. A lot of people want to get close to the flame without actually being affected by it. You know? But yeah, no, whatever that is was a cold connection, or it was too closed off in its feelings. And you were affected. I see how you were affected. I see how you participated. And also keep in mind, someone let you. Sudden wealth, I don't think there was anything sudden about it, but it did show me a wealth increase attached to you, very much based on your hard work. Some of you might make it look easy, like you've been touched with luck, and maybe you were a little bit touched with luck along the way. Okay, that's fine, but I see many of you as just being very hardworking. Okay, we have the numbers 9, 15, 2, and 11. Yeah, but I like your ending here. The outcome, I should say outcome, not ending, really accepting that ending and that you don't owe it anything from the heart anymore. The more you understand this with the Ace of Swords, the more progress you'll make about why it's been hard for you to open up and be vulnerable again. And that lends to healing, which means your future changes more and more every day, okay? Let go. Oh, I know, honey. It's a good motto around here. Let me tell you, it's not let go. I know it's easier said than done. And if you hear it enough times, this is going to be you at some point. Well, is there a letting go for dummies? Because everybody talks about it like it's so easy. Yeah, I know, but we need more insight. We really do. Particularly right here, when it's like, I should feel like I could open up to this, but I don't know. There you go. There you go. WL, we have the medallion of Aries. Some of you have some very strong Aries in your chart. I can definitely see that. It could be connecting to, or their season upcoming might be important to you. Big dollar bill. Like I said, some of you have been touched with the money bug or the influence and music. We have the music note here. Some of you take music very, very seriously, or for some of you, that's how you connect, heal, meditate, or feel your feelings. And that, I know, that's actually true for a lot of people. Music is the universal conduit. Okay, Saggy, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me, Aries. Past, present, future. Show me, Aries, please. Past, present, future. Very good. What's going on? The Stars. Rising, the Hierophant, Six of Wands present before you, the Hanged Man, outcome Two of Pentacles. Interesting, a little bit of hesitation there towards the end, but knowing you, you'll sort it out. Aries, like Scorpio, we don't do well with the Two of Pentacles. It's not to say we don't get caught up in it, but that's our problem, is that we get caught up into it a little too long. I'm not too worried about you, though. You have such strong energies out here. The stars in the past, right? There is a strong sense of hope, desire, longevity of a particular vision. It's calling to me, and it's calling to me, and it's calling to me. Okay. Rising as the Hierophant, a sense of higher self, commitment, We'll see. We'll see if those two are related. Completely different concepts. I don't know. But man, that's powerful. Six of Wands in present day. Sense of triumph. I am seen. Yes, baby. Give me credit. Give me recognition. I got this. Confidence. The Hanged Man before you in future. A little bit of time out. A little bit of contemplation. Two of Pentacles, because we're clearly sorting something out that's important to us. Okay? We're going to start right there with the star. Show me the star, please. Uh-oh. Show me that star. The Hanged Man. Okay, the Hierophant Man. Some of y'all might have some very strong Aquarius, Taurus in your chart, and a touch of Pisces as well. The Hanged Man. The Hierophant, the Two of Wands. Gosh. There's something here that calls you. Can't say it doesn't. In the past and apparently in present day as well. Gosh, you're showing me a high level of should I put myself into this? And I agree with the star. It does require a lot more energy because it's so easy to wish and want, but that doesn't mean we're doing nothing, right? You know, that's what a child does. I want, I want, I want. Well, they're not able to get it more often than not. So they have to verbalize to their parents. So in that respect to the universe, it's like saying, I want, I want, I want. And the universe is like, give us a reason to give you a ladder to reach your star. So you have to grow up to this or grow into it, but show us that you're growing and we'll take you seriously. So there's something here. You're like, should I put myself into this? And we contemplate it. We take it seriously. The Hanged Man, I got to know. I got to step into this thing or not. Should I step into my destiny here? That's what you're showing me. Destiny pathway. Because I got to stand up for it. I got to stand up for this like I would stand up for myself. To commit or not to commit. This path or not this path, this destiny or not this destiny, bro. It's very to be or not to be. And I respect that. Whoo! What is it? Let's see what your Hierophant does. I mean, you would know best. That's a lot of spiritual energy. I don't know if it's goals. I don't know if it's relationship, but the sense of this could take me into the future. But, oh, man, it requires so much work. Yeah, it does. I compare the star often to the sun so people can understand the importance. I'm not saying the sun's not important. Being happy is kind of important. But the star is kind of a calling in us to reach something that's much higher than ourselves. Therefore, it requires work, anxiety, blood, sweat, tears, long nights. But the idea is, if it's worth it, then it's worth it. So not as simply achieved as the sun, whereas, you know, you pretty much walk outside your front door. The sun is the idea is, I choose to be happy. The star says, there's a lot of work. But it could be my thing. It could be a big thing. All right, let's see that Hierophant, please. Let's see what he's doing. What's shaking, Bacon? What is going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? What'd you do? Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Strength. I love it. I don't know what the hell it is, but you are excited for it. You are excited for it. It took a while, though. It took a while. It's like it took a while to understand your potential. It took a while for you to prepare in that sense of readiness, self-worth, contribution, responsibility, accountability, head of household. It's almost like you're saying, I want my resources together. I want my shit together before I launch myself into my dream. And you're like, now's the time. Now's the time. I'm done cooking, Christina. I'm done contemplating. Let's live it. Let's seize the day, carpe diem, the whole thing. So you have risen into this. I think I'm about to see the results then. Let's see that Six of Wands crowning. Ooh, a sense of triumph here, baby. I like your energy. I like your enthusiasm. You're showing me some very strong aspects of Leo and Taurus in your chart. You could have a lot of fixed energy, which is to say, like I said, Aquarius as well. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, whatever this is, the idea of it turns you on in a way that is real world conducive to your life, how you live it, how you perceive yourself, strength, pride. You're using strength to pull this towards you. Also commitment, backing this up. If you have not completely thrown yourself into this destiny yet, I see you're on the verge of it, but I'm also seeing Six of Wands, sense of triumph. I'm not saying you're perfect. What I am saying is that you have risen into this. It took you time to get there, like a lot. A lot. But now that you get there, you're like, there's no going back. No, I see that. You didn't just commit to it, honey. You doubled down. My goodness. What is it? It represents success through your eyes, absolutely, and through your energy too. There's a concept of gratification here based on pride, but again, from having done this, pulled it towards you instead of pushing it away. So no, you pulled this towards you and you're like, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I see you like, I feel good. I feel accomplished. Or you're rising into it, like I said. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Knights of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, you're lining up for so much stuff. I love this. Oh, I love that you love it too. This is so good. You're getting the results. These two are so heavily concentrated in similar or core concepts that what you're rising into, committing to, evidence, I'm reaching for this, I'm going to do this, I'm launching myself into it. It's extending outwards into your present day. So these two are largely concentrated. So congratulations to you. If this represents a brand new way of life, you're reaching for your goals, your desires, your drives, and you're already seeing the results of it. And you're like, I made a good investment. I did. I recognized my own worth and potential over time, and now I'm living it. And I'm just saying, I'm getting good feedback. I'm getting good feedback from, the people, places, and situations and circumstances in my life. I'm getting good back from the universe. That doesn't hurt. And I feel good. I feel good. I'm cashing those checks of success, if you will, and metaphorically and realistically. And not gonna lie, I'm pleased with the results. But there's this big... in Ace of Cups, FYI, some of you don't quite know it yet. You're on a journey as part of this, a new love. You may not know the full extent of that yet. I'm seeing that just starting to unfold the more you feel triumphant. So, yeah, there's a huge emphasis here on investment, expansion theory, keeping this good feeling going. Man, you took your star very seriously. It was in heavy contemplation mode for a long time. So in other words, this idea with you, this inspiration has been sitting with you for years, possibly a decade, maybe more. People don't understand how time looks in tarot unless you practice it. Sometimes you see things immediate, and there's other things that delay, stretch. But the implications are huge. Okay, so what looks like past yesterday to you is looking like past to me maybe for the past 5 years or so. Maybe longer for some of you. Hierophant rising into the commitment, and we're so glad we did. We exercised our powers for good, pulled this towards us. And you're like, this is truly the personification of worth and pride, success, glory, and possibly love. That love comes stretching in the Knights of Pentacles. That's a slow stretch, but you actually look like a fairly patient, I know it's worth my time and effort, Aries, so... But there's some success in there in the heart space, too. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. That might be the next thing you contemplate. I don't know, because it seems to be coming in on the back of you feeling triumphant. Okay. All right, let's see that Hanged Man, please. Oh, what are we contemplating now, honey? What? Let's see that Hanged Man, please. Let's see that Hanged Man. What are we contemplating now? Oh, my goodness. Do you have much more space? Okay. I'm trying to avoid it. That's what he said. Sometimes it just is so natural to me. Let's see that Hanged Man, please. The Hermit. Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Okay. Okay. Your initial response is to kind of shy away from the heart space a little bit. I don't know why you weren't expecting that, maybe. It's not only are you leading yourself to a path of victory here, but it's kind of like, oh, this Ace of Cups is popping up. Huh, what do we think of that? I don't quite know where that feeling of yours is directed, but you wonder if you have space for it a little bit. You're not trying to take it for granted. You're not trying to outright dismiss it. Initially you would. You're showing me typically you would dismiss an Ace of Cups. You just don't have the space for it. It is what it is, especially given where you've come from. But it's kind of like the heart space. New opportunities in love? What? Well, I mean, I don't want to dismiss it. I feel what I'm feeling. It's quite strong. It's as strong as anything else I'm experiencing. Maybe it's good. Maybe I explore it. Am I ready for that? And so you go through a whole new contemplation phase. It's similar to the one you opened with. It just, it's kind of like, is my heart in good condition for that? Am I ready for new love? I'm experiencing triumph over here, and it's awesome, and I'm loving that. But I don't know if I'm ready to open my heart, though. Am I? Again, it's the idea of I don't want to take it for granted, and I don't want to outright dismiss it. So, all right, let's see your Two of Pentacles then. I'm curious. It's private contemplation, I believe. Let's see that Two of Pentacles. I'm looking at an Aries here. I would use the word for you, methodical. You don't assume to take things for granted, and you don't assume success. It has to be built into, and the quality of our energies have to back it up. I understand. You got a good grip on that. That's wonderful. Justice, the Sun, the Ten of Cups. It's interesting. You feel in your heart of hearts that this could be a balanced thing. This could be a good thing. This could be a happy thing. Now you're showing me the simplicity of the Sun. And it's like, this could be good. This could be a good balance. It could lead to a Ten of Cups. It's contemplative, heavily contemplative. This is speaking to me. It might be worth my time to explore this and find out. It's kind of like Two of Pentacles, how to make that happen. You have a lot of earth in your chart, honey. It's not a bad thing. It's just I can see that you really, really take your time with particular concepts, and that's good. You don't rush into things willy-nilly. You really want to understand that things are right for you, and love apparently is no different. So it's your method, and it works for you. Eventually, I think you will understand the results that you want to see, because I'm leaning towards this Two of Pentacles. You don't quite have it figured out yet. You don't know what of your time, energy, and effort you should give to this to explore the concept to find out if this is a happy cup for you. You're already beginning to feel the particular pull on your heartstrings. Okay, how much of yourself do you want to give this? And what does that look like? Because the idea is that you want it to have meaning, right? That's a lot of meaning right here. Justice, the Sun and the Ten of Cups. If I divulged in any sort of new heart space, this is because I want to have an idea of a happy ending here. It's not going to be like my goal, which took a lot of my time, energy, and effort. I want things to kind of fall in place naturally because they're supposed to. I agree. So, some of you, long story short, will choose to explore that feeling that you're having with the Ace of Cups there and see if it could potentially lead to this. Others of you, you will delay. Okay? You will delay. I don't think you're full out dismissing it, and I'm not telling whoever's on the other end of that to wait. I'm just saying you yourself, I just know you're not going to rush. You know? But something catches your heart space as a probable interest. It's like, maybe this leads to something good. This looks like a happily ever after to me. We want things to fall into place. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So it's a lot of hesitation there, but it's honest hesitation. I don't know if I can invest myself into this, but I want to be open to the idea that I could, you know. Two of Pentacles, how to go about it. Should I? What does that look like? The Privileged Lady. This is either you or the person that you could be connecting to. Little messages, little birds, Hummingbirds. Yeah, there's some excitement around this. Small messages around this. Indications, clues, hints. The privileged lady, you can think of that as the Empress when it's in its positive form. In the negative, this is someone's kind of like a spoiled brat. So in this, I am taking it as its positive form as Empress, as someone who is generous, someone who is loving, and someone who considers herself to be empowered. But there are messages attached to this person. Hummingbird, activity, a little bit faster, a lot of talks about this person. But yeah, the romantic female, number 29. The one who bears the rose, someone who is open to the romantic and loving process. You know, yeah, there's some communication here that kind of sparked off your ace. Yeah. Some sort of messages. The heart rate increases, as the hummingbird would suggest. 29, 12, and 12. 2 12s. Huh. It's very romantic. It's very soft. Very loving. Okay? No need to worry. No need to worry. It's up to you. Yeah. I see where a big portion of your reading today is already committed to a particular path, and you're just at that point now where you're seeing and feeling successful. This part where it goes into contemplation, don't worry, but it is up to you. I agree. Okay? Will it lead to a happily ever after? It's on your mind as a possibility, and that's where you kind of leave it for now. Okay, we have one letter, K. We have the coffee bean. Some of you favor your coffee. You have naturally high energy or something like that. Then we have the butterfly and upright, which suggests transformation, beautiful transformation. Some of you have come a long way. And then we have the dog tag that says, or the key word here is protected. Some of you are in the military, that's your background, or some of you, frankly, are just protected along your path. Well done. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Aquarius, please. Past, present, future. Show me Aquarius, please. Past, present, future. What's going on? Excuse me, Knight of Wands rising into the King of Wands. Oh, wow. Ace of Cups, beautiful. Yeah, the Emperor before you. Page of Wands. You might have a FYI, a lot of fire in your chart. Did I tune into someone new? I don't know what's going on. I love it, though. We'll clarify, and we will see your humanness. But right now, you're like, I'm on top of the world. There's a beautiful energy in there. Particularly, you might have some very strong Leo and or Aries in your chart. But I don't know if you can see the flow here. It is beautiful. That's a lovely... Who's going to argue with that? It starts out with some Knight of Wands in that. Yeah, okay, I'm curious. You got me. I'm curious. I'm an intrigued Aquarius, if you will. I might even be passionate. Whatever. And then it rises in the King of Wands. There's a lot more confidence there. A lot more confidence in tuning in and feeling ambitious and like, yeah, this is right. And then the Ace of Cups is where I find you in present day. So that's beautiful. Open heart. Possibly new love in here. It started out with a spark, and oh boy, did that spark grow. You know, so this is making me think that this is an accelerated timeline. So when I say past, we're talking not long ago. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure many of you have histories behind you and everything that led up to this. I have no doubt, but you're not exactly showing me anything that's too stretched out, in terms of timeline here. And then before you is the Emperor, that sense of, I got this, I'm empowered, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm steady, I know what's up, I'm going to keep myself open. Page of Wands. So those two are absolutely reflecting on each other. And that sense of, I like this direction, let's keep open. Let's keep ourselves open towards it. Yeah, I don't blame you. It looks lovely. Let's start right there with that Knight of Wands, yeah? Now, like I said, I'll see the humanness and, you know. But there is definitely an opening here of play and just feeling good and feeling open and just wanting to be part of it. Whatever it is, you know. That's what I like about the Knights of Wands in this deck. It's depicted, as just following our own rhythm, man. You know, we're jamming out to the beat of our own drum. Let's do that Knight of Wands. Six of Wands. Jeez, fire, 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 fire. The Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups. Okay. confidence, you know? I'm not gonna lie. Some of you are quite the showman, the showwoman, a show person, okay? Quite the display. Quite the display some of you have. Woo! So you take your attraction super serious, but it's a natural flow to you. You tend to attract what you put out there. And what do you put out there? A lot of vivaciousness, openness, a sense of beauty, attraction, confidence is in there, ego's in there as well. You can't say it's not. It's very much here. Some of you just might be like, it would humor me, it will tickle me endlessly if you have a drop of Aquarius in your chart and everything else is just fire. That could very well be the case. Oh, hey, it's like, hey, that's me. Let me know if that's you. But yeah, no, it's with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups, though, in all seriousness, though, you're looking back at yourself in your past and you're like, yeah, it used to be easy. It was no big deal. It's like you're literally telling me I did all right. I love that. It's a bit cheeky. I've heard it and I've said it before. I've done all right. I do all right, you know. Except for you. You meant it. Like that was kind of a way of life for some of you. Woo! Your energy moved a little faster, a little lighter. It was very flirtatious, sexy, fun, outgoing. All those external traits. And I said, we're a bit of a peacock, but you were comfortable. It's kind of like saying I'm sexy and I know it. But it was more than that. There was just that openness. And you kind of took you took what life had to give you and you went with it or pursued it. Sorry. But yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, in all seriousness, though, you're reflecting on how it used to be for you and that you have come to appreciate your inner circle. So the Ten of Cups and inner circle, that is what you might call the family card, sure, family orientation, family, friends, spouses, kids, lovers, anything that can support you in this life. It could be one person, it can be 30, 50, it doesn't matter. But excuse me, I don't know why I'm lisping so fucking hard for your reading, but it's starting to piss me off. Please know that it's normal for me, even though it's frustrating. Time has passed for you. And the concept is, I'd like to harmonize into something larger. It's like, that's what it's about. That's what's important to me. Okay, cool. I understand that. So you can look back on that past and see that as a true reflection. Yeah, that's the old Aquarius. That's what I used to do. That used to be my jam. And in many respects, that sense of passion and ambition and drive and fortitude still is. It's just, it's not so play-centric like it used to be. Like, I'm a little bit more about the Ten of Cups. Time's passed, and I know what's important. Good. All right. Let's see that King of Wands, please. Let's see that King of Wands. Like I said, the King of Wands represents a higher level of maturity with that fire element. Let's see that King of Wands, please. It suggests not just pride and ambition, but also protective qualities as well. Let's see that King of Wands. It's strength, a very strong Leo in your chart, and Aries, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. You've been burning for something brighter than just what your past has afforded you. It's kind of like saying, I want to take all these elements and make them work for me, which is beautiful. I love that. So it's really not transforming your energy, it's enhancing it. So many of you took what you naturally feel and experience and you used it for you, not against you. You said you sorted out what your priorities are over time. You're not that playful, carefree Aquarius like you used to be. Yeah, you stand up for something now, and you have such a strong sense of direction and steadfastness. And yeah, I'm going to blaze my own trail, but I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to take my time. So even though your immediate baseline presented to me as now, you're kind of showing me your own development. And it's a beautiful development. I really like how fire seems to suit you. Not everybody takes to it. Everybody has their own particular... even though I'm a water sign and I happen to display heavy water characteristics, I know for a fact that not everybody's comfortable with water development or fire and air and so on and so forth. But you seem to have really taken the best qualities there and made them your own over time. You say you know what drives you. You know what gives you force of will. You know what it is that propels you into this world, and you don't hold it against yourself. You go full on into it. So that's beautiful. And a strength, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. You're like, I'm going to be the best of me. And that's how I'm going to put myself forward from this point forward, because you're showing me something here that's important to you in that sense of long-term goals. Where it is you came from was all well and good, and it was fun, but you're like, I want to reach for something higher now. I want to have deeper meaning and context. I'm going to take my time doing it, and I'm not going to apologize for the swiftness of my energy or the intensity of it. No, in fact, I'm going to make that work for me. So you went from a very, this is me energy to this is where I've come from. It's nice. It's nice to see you develop and grow in your energies that on the immediate presentation are just so swift. And it's kind of like, I am who I am. But there's a lot of sense of respect about where you came from. Ace of Cups, please, in your present day. Oh, Seven of Wands, boundaries, Ten of Pentacles. Some of you spent a lot of time, due diligence, in forming your foundations. Okay. Let's see the Ace of Cups, please. Right here. Present day. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Okay. Well, I was going to see something eventually. You hit a point on your timeline where you briefly connect to the heart and then you move away from it. You're saying this is not the heart space for me. It happens fairly quickly. In your sense of prospects and development and wanting more for yourself, I am probably going to go back and clarify that further, because it looks like you cross paths with somebody and then you dismiss them almost immediately. You're like, yeah, I'm looking, but my heart's not stopping here. There's something here about somebody's heart space you can't see yourself connecting to, so you immediately dismiss it. Let's keep moving. I'm very curious about that, because you seem to be experiencing that more or less roughly present day. It's very peculiar. Because you're saying, I got it sorted. I know what it's all about. You know? I'm going to keep being the best Aquarius I can be. Believe in myself. Open myself up to love. With a dedicated direction. And as soon as something hits your Ace of Cups, you're like, I'm not stopping here. And that's fine. I just want to understand more about it, because it seems to be happening now. But let's take a look at that Emperor, please. Three of Swords, the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I see. I think I see. Never mind, I'm not going to have to backtrack that Ace of Cups. Okay, that's all happening rather fast. All right. Through my eyes it is. Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, Six of Swords. There's something here where you're like, this could affect my heart. Upon reflection, I don't want it to. And you keep passing it. Like ships in the night. Oh, I recognize a fellowship. And now that we're getting closer, I'm gonna keep passing you. And that was on purpose. You didn't stop. You didn't put anchor down. You both didn't agree to go to the shore and hang out for a little bit and get to know each other. You're like, we're just gonna keep passing. I almost stopped, but no. Something on going back to that boat in the water. There's another ship out there behind this one. That you're like, oh, that one's much bigger. That one's much more visible. I want to go over there. And so you bypass the first boat, if you will. Because something here calls you, and it gives you next to no hesitation about whether or not you want to try for it. I'm going to try for it. So I do see you rejecting this. I don't know how... I can't really see this person's energy. It kind of remains small. In that respect, that you stopped long enough to connect with it, understand you don't want to keep connecting to it. So while it is showing me a little bit of rejection, you're keeping your eye on the boat that's further out to sea. And there we have no hesitation. The Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers, you see this as a much stronger opportunity, not just in love, but possibly as a way of life. So Three of Swords, it's like, yeah, rejection sucks, but I'm the Emperor here, and if I thought there was more to this, I would have kept connecting to it. You don't see it that way. I mean, I don't know how long you tried to connect to it, because like I said, I didn't see you stop too long, but it's happening fast. So imagine if you were meeting two prospects more or less at the same time. You started connecting to one first, a couple weeks, and still not a lot of activities being generated. So by the time you met the second prospect, you move on to that pretty quickly, because it actually feels like a prospect to you, as opposed to something... I really don't get the strong sense of who you are when we connect. I'm open to love, but something about this connection or you is not really inviting me to stay and investigate further. So something like, because yeah, I mean, I see you opening up magnificently to something that speaks to you much more strongly. Okay, much more strongly. You got your Emperor out here. So here we have that protective qualities. I know what I'm aiming towards. I know what my energy is building up into. I know what its purpose is supposed to serve. Thank you. Yeah, I'm seeing that over here personified as the Emperor. Okay, let's see that Page of Wands, please. So even though it's a little further out, they're not that far apart. Okay, all right. That was interesting. It was a little tricky there at first. It's like, Aquarius, you just got done telling me who you are. And how far you have developed, and that your play days are over, your play dates are over, and now it's, you want the real deal. And you're like, oh, hold up. There's something looks like a really real deal after this. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh, you're going to slowly build into that. Beautiful. Yeah, that's the one you want to keep yourself open to. There's an Ace of Cups here you couldn't take seriously. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. This, though, you're like, oh, I'm going to take my time with this one. I'm going to open towards it, and it's going to build. That's a slow build if I've ever seen one, but you want to take your time with it. It means something to you. That's where you're going to put a lot of your concentrated energies. It looks like as soon as you understand, that second boat is behind this one. Okay? I hope that made sense to you. Your reading was incredibly straightforward today. It was quite fun. It was quite, like the energy itself, quite vivacious. I like how well you know yourself. And I respect the fact that while it looks like you just connected to this and you're already dismissing it, I can kind of see it in context. It's not you're doing it to be mean or cruel. It's not like it doesn't look like you've known this person for years. It was, you and I are trying to click. I don't want to have to question this too deeply. Oh, look at that. That looks like something I'm not going to have to question too deeply. Let's go explore that. Okay. And you take it, as soon as you're in it, you're like, I'm going to stay here. This feels really good. We want to take this offer very, very seriously. We want it to take us seriously as well. The Sky Bridge, sometimes it's an impossible structure that takes forever to reach, and sometimes it's the impossible structure that takes forever to reach. It's still unique, and it's just out there on the horizon. I think many of you, metaphorically speaking, understand this concept of the unique bridge. It's like, it's not everybody's path, but it's yours. And it can be a breathtaking structure or an impossible structure. And for you, it's coming across as breathtaking. It's very inspiring. And it took time for you to cross that particular bridge. It's because you were building it too. It's very unique, okay? It's a very unique path that you have been on. But yeah, it's further out, stretches out a little bit. Childlike thinking, number 13. Some of you still believe in that concept of magic, even though you've grown out of childhood. There is a strong sense of fantasy or attachment or idealism in there, and it's kind of like, I don't care how long it takes, I'll reach that. You're saying you want your ideal. All right. Number 13, 38, main female. Some of you are the main female, or we're trying to attract the main female. Either way, it's the suggestion that we are open to love, romanticism, this kind of thing. She who bears the rose. Okay. Very nice. I like yours today. It was fun. Yours was fun. It was really fun. So no, and I understand there's a sense of rejection here tied to you about this. You know, but I don't blame you. That's part of the Emperor and Empress. It's part of the gig of holding yourself accountable. It's like sometimes you connect and things don't work out. Look for a sign. Oh, yes. I don't know if some of you play into that. I would just throw caution in there. Once you start looking for signs, it's really hard to stop. Okay, so know the difference between an authentic sign and something that's very, very common that you were likely to see or hear. Okay, communicate clearly. Absolutely. Look for a sign. And once you understand that you have it in some way, communicate. We have the letters M, two M's. Like mother, mother, the letter A and U. We have the infinity loop. We want the healthy feedback system where it feeds us continuously, and that's the soul bond or infinity loop here. We have the spatula. Some of you like to cook. That's your profession. That's your hobby. Maybe you're cooking something right now. And then we have the little bicycle. For some of you, you might see the symbol of a bicycle every day. Again, it could be something that you're into, is cycling or who knows, cycling. Okay. All right, Aquarius, honey. I hope this helped you. This was really cool. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me, Gemini, please. Past, present, future. Show me, Gemini, please. Past, present, and future. What's going on? Show me, Gemini, please. Six of Wands. Oh, rising into Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands. Aries, say if you have any Aquarius in your chart, check theirs out, but yours is already kind of different. Not necessarily bad, but let's keep going. Well, Nine of Swords and the outcome, the Devil. Dang it! All right, Six of Wands in the past, a sense of triumph. Aha! Confidence. I got this. Recognition! And then you rose into an Ace of Cups, which started out initially possibly as flattery, or a sense of achievement, showcasing, possibly pride. I don't know. It could be an ego thing, especially since it's being bookended by the Devil, but we're not going there just yet. I do see what naturally felt good and confidence, and it spread through you like warmth. And like I said, initial attraction. But then it rose into an Ace of Cups. There's love. There's love here. We rose into it. It felt normal. It felt natural. Well, maybe not normal. But it was strong. And by normal, again, as soon as we felt it, though, you struggled with it. Five of Wands, it's like we hit apex with it. There's struggle, there's arguing. We're fighting ourselves, or we're fighting that person. I don't quite know where they are yet. But there's a provocation of, oh, man, this feels so good. I like this. I'm seen by it. Love. Yeah, I suppose I feel love, too. Shit. Five of Wands. Where's the argument coming from? Well, I'm sure you'll tell me. Nine of Swords, stress, and then the Devil. That's a lot of fear. The fear from the mind. What's going on? What happened in this? What is indeed going on? Let's see that Six of Wands, please. Let's see that Six of Wands. Now, when I was saying about the ego thing, let's be clear. All cards in tarot, all energies in real life or in the cards, Emperor and Empresses, Kings and Queens, all have pros and cons, no exceptions. So Six of Wands, yes. Pride could be good, or ego recognition. But we all have ego. Some of it's healthy, some of it's not so healthy. Okay? It just kind of depends on what we do with it. But no, there's nothing wrong with kudos or congratulations for a job well done. Some of us earn that recognition. So show me your Six of Wands. What made you feel triumphant in the past, yeah? Seven of Swords. Oh, the Ten of Swords and the Two of Cups. Oh. You're showing me you were hurt in love, but that it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, Two of Cups. There's some sort of emotional union here. Okay? Now, what that is between the two people and how they exchange feelings. A Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, you were hurt in love, but you're like, I'm not showing that. I will have or experience success elsewhere. I don't even bother me with that bullshit. It's fine. I'm not even upset about it. And that's in the past. Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. We were not directly dealing with our pain. There's disappointment in love here. But we didn't want to directly deal with it, confront it. But we were showing Six of Wands. I'm good, baby. I'm all good. Whew, you don't even know how good I am. So here we're showing me Six of Wands in that sense of, I need to recover some pride. I need to recover some sense of confidence. I need to show people that I'm cool. I'm more than cool. I'm on top of the world, baby. I'm on top of the world. We weren't acknowledging the pain here and disappointment, emotional neglect, emotional unevenness. You didn't want to acknowledge it. So you kind of put on a display sign to the world. I'm cool. I'm cool. Look at how cool I am. I'm awesome. Let's see how we rose into love then. Ace of Cups. Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. The Emperor, Six of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. It's, you tried to open your heart in another direction and indicating to me I left someone behind, and I did so of my own free will and empowerment. You wanted to feel other things elsewhere. Okay. And I think you tried to leave something, a situation behind, even temporarily leave it. And you said it was in your own good or your own best interest. I don't disagree. It was a matter of self-worth. But I could see where you definitely put some road between you and someone else, and some miles and some distance, something. And you said this will be good for the both of us. Because your heart wanted to feel other things elsewhere. Okay, so this is looking like a temporary leave that you agreed upon with somebody somewhere. This was a matter of self-worth and figuring things out. I need to figure things out. You need to figure things out. And in a way, your heart kind of swelled. It just wanted to feel other things. Okay. Instead of this unevenness and this, not being fully addressed, the emotional neglect and stuff like that. And then I see your heart swelling in the sense of, oh, there's some freedom in here. Oh, I feel better about myself about this decision. Oh, my heart can open up to different things, people, places, situations, circumstances. I don't know. I don't know what was provoking that. But a big part of that was in that sense of love for myself, because you had some temporary relief in this idea of I'm doing the right thing for me and maybe by this situation, but it looked temporary to me. I can't stress that enough. Let's see that Five of Wands, please. Let's get some Five of Wands. Excuse me, what the heck am I saying? Let's see that Five of Wands. What is going on? Six of Cups, the Hierophant, Temperance. And yet, despite the issues, you're showing commitment here. And there is a sense here that we are committed to this. Ideally, when we take time apart like that, is to figure out indeed what is right for us, and are we remembering our own principles of self-worth? Are we exercising the real properties of empowerment? When you did this, it's kind of like you remembered love for yourself, and then your heart swells a little bit. But then I see your energy double back on itself, and not just yours, whomever this is you temporarily left and got space from. It's like, you know what? You can fight me. We can fight each other. We're going to work through it. Temperance, the Hierophant, Six of Cups. You're saying this is precious to me. We're saying it's precious to each other. We're not giving up on this. Okay, but yeah, there's fight. There's frustration. There's fight. And it gets really real sometimes. Sometimes it feels like you're battling some sort of spiritual dragon between yourself and this person. And what comes into the question are the concepts, again, of healing and commitment. And what does that mean for the both of us? And the Six of Cups here, you two could be soul-bonded, even if you don't believe in that. That's cool. Is saying we've known each other a long time. And yeah, sometimes it gets heavy. Yeah, it gets hard. And you can fight me as much as you want, and I'll fight you too sometimes. But you know what? I'm in it to win it. We're gonna heal this damn thing. Starts out simple enough. Six of Wands. We're showcasing confidence that we don't otherwise have because we're lacking in love. It feels like someone's emotionally neglecting you, but you also feel like you can't really discuss it or show that. So you'd rather show everybody, I'm okay. I'm cool, man. We're cool. Them? Nah, they're good. we're awesome. Can we talk about this other thing over here? So, you know, and then rising into love. Love of the self or something else, even temporarily. But it felt correct. It felt correct. Temporary space. It did its job. It must have done its job, because now you're saying, even though we fight, we're going to choose to stay in this. Ah! What happened in that space, that interim? Because now we got we language in here, and it's pretty good we language. I don't care how much we have battle of wills and arguments and whatever disturbances. We are in this together. Okay? We've known each other a long time. We can do this. We can heal this shit. Let's see that Nine of Swords, please. Let's see that Nine of Swords. So if that's true, why am I seeing this become a lot more comfortable? Okay? Because I want to be honest with you, it seems like this portion is what fit you both the best. Where we had a temporary leave of each other's energies and spaces. Let's see that Nine of Swords, please. There's that Six of Wands. Going back to the beginning. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. We're showing principles here of longevity. It's the foundation that matters. There's a sense of need to upkeep, that all is well. So we've gone back to what happened at the beginning, telling everything and everybody it's okay. Nine of Swords. You force-feeding that feeling is a lie. And it stresses you out. I don't know what happened here. When you two had space, that's when you both kind of recognized your sense of self-worth and theirs too. Your heart relaxed and it felt good, honest with itself. But the second you two stepped back into that arena of, you know what? We're not fighting, we're fighting for this. That's what we're doing. That's when we started lying to ourselves again. There's so much misconception around that, Christina. We weren't fighting each other. We were fighting about what is in our best interest. We have a lot going on here. We have a lot of history. We got a lot of foundation. Can't just throw that out. Okay, I'm not saying the 3D is not important. I'm not saying your commitment is not important. I'm saying the way you two are still at odds with each other kind of contradicts the good intent behind it. The good intent is the good intent, but it's still a lie if we're producing the opposite results. This is when I last saw good intent and meant it. This is good intent but poor results. You see the difference? I'm not here to pick on you. I'm here to showcase what the heck's going on. That's all I do. I just point shit out. That's all any good tarot is just people pointing shit out whether they want to hear it or not. And if you don't resonate, you should already know that by now and checked out your other placements. I got two people forcing themselves to choose a commitment for various reasons, most of them having to do with time. We spent a lot of time together. I put the best of my years in that foundation, so did you. So let's go back to what we last recognized it, and this is how we last recognized it, as being problematic, but telling everyone everything's okay. It's not. It's not. I love the Hierophant and Temperance together with the Six of Cups. Okay, a little bit of fighting. We all do that. But the argument's ongoing, and it leaves you no more in a state of peace. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Ego's getting in the way, saying, we can do this, with a forced grin on your face. Let's see that Devil, please, and the outcome. See what happens when we do the same thing over and over again. I'm surprised I did not see the Nine of Wands. This is repetition. We've done this before. We know it doesn't work. The last time something worked between you two is when you took space from each other. Right? I know it happened, then nostalgia kicked in, and somebody says, you know what, we built a lot. And that's true. That's honest. That's absolutely honest. But it becomes dishonest when we start living a lie and telling ourselves to like it. Let's see that Devil, please. King of Wands. Someone's pride really has a tendency to take over the dialogue. The Star, Seven of Cups. Now that is a direct line of bullshit. I'm going to have to push back on that. It's either you or the person saying, this is what I want, with the devil, and forcing themselves to believe it. This is no good. I don't know if this is you or your person. The point is that two people here are actively participating. Okay. Once more, tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You can either identify with this, be brave and admit it, or you say, that's not my reading, and you check out the other ones. And for the people who do resonate, well, I wish my fellow Geminis well, and I hope that they work that shit out. Because that would be the positive thing to do, is when you can't identify, offer support to others. Okay? We can't all identify. God, no, I can't identify with every single Scorpio reading. Can you with every single Gemini reading? No, you wouldn't want to, especially in situations like this. Okay? No, I don't want to see this for anybody, but it's real and it's honest, and it's for the Gemini who needs it, not for the one who doesn't, clearly. Okay? So no, this is someone here right at the tail end saying, this is what I want. I'm choosing this. Fear's not choosing this. Patternized behavior with this person is not choosing this. I'm choosing this. It means everything to me. With the lie on our face. Some more of that 6 of Wands shit. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know that stereotype, largely female approximated, and by that I mean it's typically thought of with women, when they say it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Is that true? Except I got someone here exhibiting big energy. It's fine. This is great. I choose this. We choose this. We choose this for reasons of practicality and priority and I want it. I totally want it. I totally want this shit with you. I want to keep this going. I keep this. This was the last time I saw you two be authentic. Your heart swelled for yourself and hope for outside of this situation. And possibly theirs did too. And that's the last time I saw you be honest, is when you took breaks from each other. I have the feeling you two take breaks from each other once or twice a year, and that's fine. If that's what's correct for you. Toil and labor, some of you have a tendency to bury yourself in work, number 38. Or yes, you both perceive this connection as being lots of work, and that's something we can absolutely tell ourselves from the 9 of Swords and Devil perspective. You know what? Commitments take work. Yes, they do. But not to the point where you're lying to yourself about it. That's the difference between intent and outcome. Okay? I had the best intent. Compass is in reverse. Are you sure you want to continue to aim this way? Because the compass is in reverse from my point of view. Concerns, we're not looking at them deeply enough, or someone just kind of refused or stopped. So we don't want any more concerns, and we don't want to look further. This is not good. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm not trying to be that bitch. I can be, just not in tarot. Okay? This is where the real shit is. This is where the real work is. Number 44, 33, 38, 16. No. Okay. Oh my gosh. It won't always stay like this. Remember, you get to choose your level of participation. And just because you feel like you're making good choices doesn't mean the person who's attached to you is. Okay? We're playing into somebody's fears that this is what they want. Absolutely no more hesitation, no more separation, no more bullshit. No, we're not going to lie. No. So one person's perpetuating it bare minimum. I do, however, have to say, both people are playing into it. No, it takes two. One person to really believe the lie and the other person to go along with it. It could be that you're both doing it. Okay, this is a no. All right. We have the letters V, M, J, V again, 2 V's, P, and L. We have the unicorn in reverse. However you want to put it, not magical. No magical thinking here. We need more reality. Not reality as in justification, as in what's actually going on. Then we have the lotus flower. Things have a way of uniquely unfolding over time if we allow it to appreciate that sense of beautiful chaos, but a lot of people won't step into the chaos to understand how things unfold. So there's something here about, I'd rather play into this. It's kind of like the devil I know, right? Than take a chance at another unfolding for some of you. Gemini, I do hope this helped you, as scary as it was. Oh, it's not scary, it's realistic. You know, like I say, real tarot, it's literally my fucking motto, guys. Real tarot is real life. And I'll say the fantastical stuff, and I'll say the shit that by all rights shouldn't have happened, but it did, because that's part of real life too. And then I get something like yours, where I'm more about prevention than cleanup. All right, but I hope this helped you regardless. That's if it resonates. Put in the comments, take care, be well. Libra, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Libra, please. Past, present, future. Show me Libra, please. Past, present, future. Two of Cups, rising into the Queen. Beautiful. In the past, present day, strength. Before you, Five of Wands. Ten of Pentacles is in the outcome. Okay, somewhere in the past, I don't know when exactly, but you felt the emotional unity between you and someone else. There's a sense of, this is how I feel about you, this is how you feel about me. And it felt good, it felt supportive. Queen of Cups, the fullness of heart. And it's like, yeah, I'm open. I'm open to giving. I'm open to receiving. This feels good. I like it. I like what I'm experiencing here. Rising into present day strength, showing me strength. Strength of will. Just needing to be strong at this time. Five of Wands before and future, a little bit of fight. Okay, internal, external, maybe a little bit of both. We'll see. Ten of Pentacles in the outcome. There's something here worth fighting for. Stabilizing, growing into, or keeping going, you know. Let's start right there with that Two of Cups in the past. What's going on? What's up? What's going on? Show me that Two of Cups, please, for Libra. The Knights of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and Temperance. Oh. Okay. Very interesting. You took action towards something from that point of view of, if I take action towards this, I'm keeping myself open towards it. I'm going to feel good about this. I know I am. And a sense of temperance. It's kind of like saying, I devote my energies, communications, and actions that showcase that I'm open towards this. It's a good representation of healing and patience. As far as you were concerned, you were showing love and patience to someone else in the past. Okay? Queen of Cups rising into. It's curious. You're saying that you were very patient in how you expressed your love, your emotions to someone else. That you tried to be on point with it, honest, specifically. And that you always tried to meet it wherever it was. There's a lot of patience in there, a lot of time attached to that Two of Cups. Queen of Cups rising. Let's see that Queen of Cups, please. Tried to show this love, support, emotional readiness, acceptance, all of that. Okay? You're like, patience, Libra, patience. Be patient with them. You love them. You got to demonstrate it, show it. Okay? Let's see that Queen of Cups, please. What you get in return? Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords. Excuse me, is on the tip of my tongue. So what'd you get in return? Because typically when people are patient with their emotional unions like this, it's typically because we're working with kids. Or somebody in our inner circle needs a little extra help. So I didn't know where you were taking me with that because it showed or presented initially as intimate. Then you're like, I gotta let this go. It's not part of my inner circle, probably never will be. So I went from a caring, I'm going to show you that I love you. I'm trying to be open. I'm as flexible. I'm patient with you. I know there's feelings in here, and you would respect and honor mine the way I'm respecting and honoring yours. But I just saw your direction of I'm trying to respect and honor your feelings, and I can hold your hand through this. I'll be patient with you. No problem. So you showed up for them, but it did look like it was one direction. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we have to focus our energies of love, care, and support on one person because they need it. But this happened over time, though. You showed someone a lot of emotional support, and I'm on it. I'm here for you. I'm always here for you. And prove it. To, this shit don't fit in my life. 10 of Cups. And I'm not disagreeing with that. Because now we have ownership of the heart space with the Queen of Cups. So I don't think you were wrong. No. You're like, I am open to giving and receiving. Just not from that. It's not part of my inner circle. So you're saying it doesn't support me back or it doesn't love me back despite my best efforts. Okay? That's real and valid. Like I said, I don't disagree with it. I'm just trying to understand. So here we have where you showed someone your love and your willingness to act, patience and kindness and understanding. And I'm not pressing on you. I'm not pressing on you. I'm not pressing on you. I don't expect you to give me anything back. But the thing is that you should have been. Because you're saying it never supports me back or it doesn't fit in the greater scheme of my life with the 10 of Cups. So this is our inner circle. Family, friends, kids, lover, spouse. The point is that they're there and they serve a purpose. Otherwise, they don't need to be in our life. If we support them, they need to support us back. Okay? If we love and care about them, they need to do the same. Or they should be doing the same. It's supposed to work both ways. And here it's not just a one-way action. It's actually returned to you. And you're saying, I ain't doing that shit anymore. So this happened over a period of time. I hope that I emphasized that well enough to you. This wasn't like yesterday. There's the world underline. This was stretched out. And at some point you cottoned onto it. And you understood the bigger part of your heart says, I got to leave this alone. Because I love myself too much to keep giving to this one-way street. And I'm tired of being patient with it. 6 Swords, 7 Swords, 10 of Cups. It's like this person has no fit in my life, and I gotta stop fucking around with it, acting like it's supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be there. Okay, Strength. Present day. Strength in present day, please. That was interesting. That was really interesting. I think I understand you. Let's see strength, please. Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. You're very careful with your communications, let's make that clear. Particularly how you demonstrate your sense of ambition, passion, drive, fire principles. You're very, very cautious with it. Some of you have some very prominent Leo in your chart or very interesting things like rising, north node, something like that. That on the outset can look very commanding. Very objective heavy, very straightforward to the point, but it's a form of protection. You're very careful with your words, so you feel intensely about what it is you feel, but you're just as willing to push things away as you are to pull it towards you, you know? And it's a particular operating method that you have, so I see you with intensity and focus, choosing your words and therefore your actions very carefully. But there is something here that you refuse to entertain in communication. You won't allow it through. Overall, you have a very strong sense of, this is how I present myself. This is what I say. This is how I say it. It is careful. It is crafted well. It is articulated well. And you're also saying, I don't say anything I don't mean. You can have a very strong-willed sense of communication here. And that's all part of your boundary construct around your lines of communication, which, again, you're enforcing very highly right now as strength. But there is something here you really don't want to entangle your energies with. Let's see that 5 of Wands, please. That's present day, very present. This is the stuff I will talk to and entertain. This is the stuff I will not talk to and not entertain. Don't play. Don't try. Don't try. You may not like my words. Other people will. Other people will benefit from your words and actions. Many will not. Let's see that 5 of Wands, please. Show me that 5 of Wands. Yeah, that kind of thing can be intimidating when someone really, this is how I feel, and it's delivered in a way that's forceful, well constructed. So, yeah. Be careful with your words and actions towards me. Something like that. Let's see that 5 of Wands, please. The Lovers, Death, Five of Cups. You will not, I'm not telling you what to do, ever. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You already showed me your cautionary system and how you expect people to communicate with you. No exception to the lover. None. In fact, your standards for expectations and communicating with this person just hit the roof. Yeah, so I told you there's one thing here that you're just not. Overall, you have a very careful and articulate line of communication, specifically how you present yourself. You have standards, in other words, with how you display or connect or communicate. Cool, I respect that, and I understand it too. And over here, you're like, somebody here is trying to cause a stink. Let me guess who it is. The person who you showed the utmost level of patience to. Careful, I'm going to hold your hand in this love process and this support process, and I'm going to give that all to you. And then at some point you realize, I don't know how long it took you to realize, you don't fit into my fucking life. You don't support me the way I support you. Let's fast forward a little bit. Why did your shackles rise? It's a little bit. Still professional. Professional shackles. Okay? Professional. Professional. It's like Cinnamon when she gets on her haunches. But it was professional. And I see why. Someone's mad that you won't argue with them or fight for them or use your words with them, or you won't be straight up with them. Because you're giving them your professional face energy. Okay? There's a lot of fuck off in that professional face energy, and they know it. You won't entertain it. You won't. You just won't entertain it because you recognize how energy consuming it was. Once more, I'm not telling you what to do. This is either you or it's not in the future. Five of Cups, Death to Lovers. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. Back then, I would have loved a real discussion with you. Back then, I would have loved a real argument with you. Back then, I would have... But that's the past. I'm not trying to rock it in the past with you anymore. You're the past. You're going to stay there. So it's very straightforward. It's very distinct. That's it. We're not going to play with this. You know, but there's a critical moment here where you realize this person's never going to fit into my inner circle. They will never support me the way I endlessly supported them or try to develop their feelings safely with them or make them feel secure. It's like they just won't. They won't fit in, and my heart's too big for this. And you're right. I like your strength of will. It's on point. It makes sense given what's literally next to it. So the word here is soon for some of you. That's not a threat. Don't take it as one. The Libra I'm looking at, you're very prepared for this. It looks like you officially and professionally reject this, but the interconnectivity is such as that this person understands. They understand. They're not getting the strength of like your emotional feeding. You know what I mean? You're not reflecting any sort of sadness or anger towards them. It's like I said, it's a very professional fuck off. You don't want to fight with the past. I mean, that's what they represent to you, literally. Five of Cups, Death of Lovers. It's like, it reminds me so much of, I was there for you. You weren't there for me. I tried to love you. You wouldn't return it. I understand. You gave me the hint. You didn't want to be part of my life in a deeper, more meaningful way. I took the hint. So, while it feels like they won and you had to walk away, it's really you that triumphs in the end, even if it doesn't feel like that. Okay. But because you mastered your emotions towards this, that's it. Ten of Pentacles. Let's see that Ten of Pentacles, please. Ace of Cups, beautiful. Empress, Queen of Cups, beautiful. And that's really not your concern. I don't know what you got going on over here, but you're clearly connected to someone of relevance and importance in future. They were talking full on love, companionship, prosperity, growth, respect, longevity principles, everything. You go on then. You go on then. You take everything. You reject what doesn't work, therefore you open yourself up to what does. This is how life works. It's called karma. Karma works both ways. I can see where you went out of your way. Love me, include me. I'm being patient with you. I'm being kind to you. And it wasn't returned. You understood that. That's why you left it. And then therefore you understand what can fall into place. What's right for you stays. It doesn't just stay. It doesn't just stick around. it develops, it grows, it prospers. So I see you very much committed to someone in reality as well as emotionally too. They have your full emotional loyalty and they're there by your side nonstop. So that for some of you is new, that is yet to be. For others of you, this is something that's already developed and it's in place and it's none of this person's fucking business. I don't know. You didn't really stop to explain it to me. I don't care. I'm just very, very happy for you. You know? I'm sorry. But sometimes we have to kick our own ass with time lost in order to appreciate what time we have left and what is important versus what isn't important. And if this person, remember this, Libra, because when they're mad that you're not fighting them, again, you give them that professional fuck off face. Remember this. They're like the dinosaurs. They had their shot, but evolution said otherwise. Okay? And it's not to be cruel. It's to let this person go. If they wanted to have more significance, they should have given it back to you. And it shouldn't have been a one-way street. Okay? Remember this. All right. Yeah. The hot house. Okay, the gift. We have the gift, number 17. Yes, I'm sure you've been attributed to many gifts, no doubt. Number 17, you make things work. The hot house kind of flew out in reverse, so let me give the interpretation out of the way, and then you take it as it resonates. So here we have the hot house. So we have the exotic flower. Beautiful. Not many people can construct it. It's a rare find, but it's also not a find. That's the trick with these things. It has to be carefully cultivated and developed for something like this to grow. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Everybody wishes they could do it. Very few can. So what you have out here is the outstanding sense of everything. It took time to develop it and beautiful. It's just amazing. The heart flows. The doves of peace fly. And everybody gets to see the wonder and splendor of what is there. Everybody wishes they could cultivate that. Very few can. In the reverse. Somebody didn't want to take the time to develop the best of the best of the best. They didn't see where it was going, or they didn't understand how unique it was when they had it. That's all. All right, number 20, 17, within the next few weeks to answer your question. There. All right. We have the letters D, N. We have the owl. I have so many owls, and they're all making an appearance today. Very intelligent. Some of you are observant, eyes wide open, seeing things for what they are. And then we have the spider web in the upright. Again, the spider's not meant to be a threatening creature. Some people can feel trapped. That's not you. The sense of connectivity here and growing outwards, that was your concern there towards the end. Okay? So here we have the spider that does its job, and it does its job well. Libra, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Good luck. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. Past, present, future. Show me Taurus. Past, present, future. What's going on? Seven of Swords, rising into the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Well, good. I'm glad we got clarity. Avoidance is only going to take us so far. All right, before you, Six of Wands. Outcome is the Fool. Good job. Seven of Swords. I ain't trying to deal with that. I ain't trying to see it. I ain't trying to look at it. Nope. I will not acknowledge that. Bleh. Whatever it is. Two of Pentacles. And then we went back and forth on the subject for a while. Whatever it is that you were trying to avoid, this, did I, A, B, yes or no? Left or right? We did that for a while. How long? I don't know. Taurus and Two of Pentacles, it's something that you are equipped to deal with, but like anybody else, you can stretch it out. So we'll see where it took you, because you learned something with the Ace of Swords, so that's good news. Your own particular truth, and it's a powerful one. Awesome. Six of Wands before and future, a sense of triumph, recognition, visibility, being seen. Beautiful. The Fool is in the outcome, a sense of freshness, lightness of spirit, taking a risk, opening up, taking a chance, new beginning. I don't know. Let's take a look at you. Let's see that Seven of Swords, please. Now, how far back in the past? I don't know. Some people will show me, not that long ago. Others will be like, that was years ago. I never know. Let's see that Seven of Swords, please. Let's see that Seven of Swords. Ace of Cups, Death, the Fool. Wow. There's that Fool. Not once, but twice. I can see where we've put off this idea of a new beginning. You weren't ready, but then there's that sense I'm not ready to look at that I'm not ready either. So it kind of backtracks itself a lot. Eight of Cups, Death. I mean, you said it once, you said it twice. I understand. It's kind of like, I'm not ready for a new beginning. I'm still recovering from an ending. It's hard for me to acknowledge that. So it's not even baby steps here. It's backward steps for some of you. Some of you had to become acquainted with an ending before you'd even begin to acknowledge how much of it you have even processed, changed from, learned from, or transformed from. So this took a while. Eight of Cups, Death. You experienced walking away. A situation exited from you. I don't know. But it's like, I don't want to think about it. It makes me uncomfortable. And I don't want to acknowledge this idea of a new beginning yet. Thank you. Okay. You don't have to. Nobody can make you do anything if you don't want to do it. I would just say, I mean, it's already in the past, but many of you are still wrestling with it. Two of Pentacles, and hopefully you're on the verge of the Ace of Swords. Is the sense that the more that you can allow yourself to look at something, I don't care how difficult it is, the more you simply make progress in it. That's it. You know, we can only say it hurts so long as an excuse before we realize we're just making excuses for ourselves. So I would just push back on you in that respect. It will only remain a mystery, whatever that ending is, in as much as you allow it to. Because it's already happened. It's already happened. You left something and it's hard for you to think about. Something left you and you still don't want to think about it. It's like, I'm with you there. It's like, fuck the fool. You weren't ready for it back then. Okay? But it's still before you in the future. So that means the opportunity has not passed you by. Okay? All right, let's keep on keeping on. Let's see that Two of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Two of Pentacles. Let's see that Two of Pentacles. Knights of Cups, the Moon, Two of Wands. Yeah, you got a lot of unresolved feelings in there. Shit. Right? What does it say? Something I say all the time. Don't fix what ain't broke. Well, there's a lot of stuff broke in there, but you're like, is it though? I'm not convinced of that. Huh. And you kind of just set something down and you let it stay there for a long time. It was not necessarily improving, but it's kind of like maybe one day I'll be warmed up enough to do something with this. So there was some sort of powerful exchange here that deeply influenced you, and you spent a lot of energy acting like it didn't. And it's not an accusation, don't take it as one. We all get one of these things. So it's either A, yours, or B, it isn't. There's not much wiggle room in there. Okay, if it's not yours, you should know to check out your other placements by now. Okay, as for the Taurus who needs it, I'm going to set this down, and maybe one day I'll get it back around to it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm just saying we all pay our bills at the end of the day in spiritual or emotional interest. So the more you let this neglect, you are really neglecting you. You know that, right? You didn't let this situation neglect. It was you. You're directly tied to something here that's so painful. You would have to take several steps backwards just to acknowledge it. I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody. It just delays our work, our own sense of life that's calling to us, our own sense of triumph and knowledge about ourselves and having confidence in ourselves. That's all it does is delay, and that's what you showed me. Maybe one day I'll get around to looking at this. One day's here, honey. It's catching up to you. Let's see that Ace of Swords, where I can see where this, for some of you, it's like you're just now getting in that space where some of you might be willing to look at an old painful subject that exited a long time ago. And that's no fun. Eventually the interest catches up to you. Okay? It's not to be mean to you. It's not torture from the universe. It's just all the shit you didn't want to deal with the first time. Months, seasons, or years. And we're talking years, babe. That's years of shit right there. All right. Let me see that Ace of Swords, please. But I just want to let you know I'm here and I support you. I support that journey. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. It's pickup day, so you might hear the background noise. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. That's interesting. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. That's interesting. Insight. Insight's been difficult for you to gain because it's something you feel like you cannot take to your inner circle. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm a private person too. I don't just go on and on, right? To everybody. Ugh. Nobody, no. Oh, that's so repulsive to me. But the inner circle still serves a purpose. What's the point of having one if you can't confide in it? So one of the reasons why you've had such a hard time determining your truth, and I still insist this is your baseline, that means ergo, you can still get here. But one of the things that has slowed this down remarkably is that you haven't talked to anybody about this. Six of Swords, that's a distinct, I'm just going to drift away from that line of communication with the people who can possibly help you the most. Now, Ten of Cups, people get really frustrated. What does that mean? You know the Ten of Pentacles, which is your jam? Ten of Cups is like that, but in the heart. These are the people we know who exist in our lives who, in theory, should be more than just, oh, I care about you. They actually show the fuck up, right? So in terms of support, that could be one person, that can be 30 people. It doesn't matter. It's really not about the quantity here. It's the quality. You're telling me that you've had no one to talk to about this that you can trust, or that anyone who would support your thoughts or your feelings, and that's one of the things that has slowed this down. I'm going to push back on you. There's got to be someone in there that you can talk to about these things. I'm not done with that. And I can see why this is one of the reasons why it's stretching out your truth, because you want to arrive to it, but you have not. You want to make more progress in it. But one of the things that's delaying is that you feel like you can't open up to anybody. It's best to just not discuss it. You get close. You get close. But you don't give them the full extent of your thoughts. You keep that to yourself. Okay. Well, no wonder this feels like the impossible task. Sometimes when I feel like imposing some level of self-inflicted torture, I will occasionally watch the show Hoarders. You seen Hoarders? It mortifies me. That's why I have to, I don't know, I have to have a certain mindset when I watch it, because again, talk about repulse. It so goes contrary to my way of life, my instinct. I can't associate with that at all. If it doesn't serve a purpose, it goes. That's my mentality. So I don't know. I'm in some kind of mood is my point when I watch Hoarders. My thing is, and this is what a lot of them have in common, I don't know how it got like this. And that's where you are. I don't know how it got like this. This mess. And from that same kind of hoarder's point of view, you wouldn't know where to begin to clean it up. I mean, you weren't even comfortable looking at the ending of this fucking thing. Never mind exploring how it impacted you emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. I can see that you crave clarity. You do. You crave clarity. Ace of Swords says so. But one of the things that's holding up your clarity, it's like you don't even know how to begin to address it, especially those people in your life who, at least somebody in there, would benefit from hearing your thoughts the most. I mean, what else is their job, honey? Ten of Cups. Is for you to pretend everything's well? No. It's time for you to bankroll on that Ten of Cups investment. You're not just there to support others. They're there to support you in return. Okay? That's one of their functions. You serve a function in it. Well, so do they, whoever they are. This is a conscious effort to drift away from the words, to not speak them. So that tells me you could do the opposite. Let's keep moving, and let's see. If we don't have some success, Seven of Wands, defenses. I understand. But you being defensive, is that a good enough excuse? You know? All right. Let's say that Six of Wands, please, because you're showing me some level of triumph here. What's this about? Nine of Swords, the Chariot, the Sun. Yeah. God dang it. You have such powerful elements at your fingertips. Yeah. It's like, I got it, Six of Wands, I got it. I'm confident, I'm good, look at me now. Look at me now. And then inside, it's still showing me torment. You think you've made a little bit of progress, and I can see where you momentarily feel good and you radiate sunshine. And then you think moving forward is possible. And then it comes crashing down and it halts all progress. I know, that's... Taurus, honey, did you show me one healing card? Okay. A good day is a good day. I love a good day. Sometimes you can have a good hour. Sometimes you can have an awesome 5 minutes with green lights. All traffic. Just actually, no traffic. It's just all green lights. That's a good 5 minutes. You went to that fancy coffee house place. You paid $10 and you hope it was worth it. Nice. Right? But those moments deflate. They deflate. They don't sustain. The anxiety, your mind twists back to the sense of moving forward, and I should be happy, I should be happy. Why am I not moving towards the sun? You never really allowed yourself, that's why. Okay? It's hard to feel the sun when you feel like you're trapped in something that ended. And you feel like you can't talk about it. Let's see that Fool, please. There's that new beginning again. Or Five of Wands. King of Wands, Eight of Swords, there it is. How we opened is how we closed. You think, I don't, no, of course I don't want to see this. Guys, my responsibility is what's on this table. I read what's here, not what isn't. How you opened is how you're closing. I don't need a new beginning, I'm just fucking fine. I don't need new energy, I don't need a fresh perspective. I don't need it. Fuck you. Get out of my face. And this time it is a little more adamant, but it's based on self-imposed blindness. There's nothing I need to see. You got so close to clarity, but just when you have an opportunity, I swear to God, it's happening now. Just when you have the opportunity to open up to somebody, I don't want to bother them with that shit. And then we go back to square one. All right, you asked for it. You can get some advice on this one. I think it's pretty obvious. Stop the self-sabotage bullshit. The World of Five Swords. Because this is self-sabotage. Let's be that clear. Let's make that clear. You are making yourself pay for something that's been closed off for a long... Aren't you done paying this? Don't you want to stop paying for it? Not acknowledging it is not the same as paying your bill. And it's what you owe yourself. Emotional interest, your spiritual interest, your own sense of karma that you owe you. You think that's not real? Everything begins with the self, including karma. Okay? What you're doing to yourself, you're getting back. Do you see what you're getting back? I want you to open up to somebody about this ending. Four of Pentacles. Yeah! I got it. Okay. I understand this represents a very vulnerable place for you. All the more reason. Whatever this is unusual. I'll give you that. All the more reason. It's not it's not usual to you, therefore you should treat it with that same level of respect or gravity. Okay? If you ignoring this, leaving it alone, and insisting that everything's fine and there's no new beginnings you need to concern yourself with, no new energy, positivity, whatever, and you're living moment to good moment, you're living for those 5 minutes instead of feeling those 5 minutes stretched out to hours and days and weeks, okay, that means we need a different approach because what we doing here ain't working. you're holding on to something, but at the same time refusing to acknowledge the emotional value behind it. It's kind of like saying, well, I don't care about this anymore, or I don't love it, or it doesn't love me anymore. But that doesn't mean I'm holding on to it. Yeah, it does. That's all the unresolved feeling in there. Okay. I know this represents a soft spot. All the more reason. Honey, this thing's never going to harden over or firm over until we address it. That way the wound can close. Goodness me, I'm looking at one stubborn-ass Taurus. No offense, I love your sign to pieces. But this is where it really hits. And it hits against you. 22. The official person, privileged lady. And it's interesting, seeing those two together, that usually implies some sort of age difference. I don't know, but there's a sense of empowerment here that we would associate with, say, the Emperor. And then we have the privileged lady, which we would associate here with the Empress. Strong sense that these two are each other's equals, even if there are differences. 12 and 22. You're one of these, the Emperor, the Empress. So it's looking like we had this idea of connectivity to someone of our equal, even if there was differences in, say, status, demographic, age, race, ethnicity, income. Because the idea is that they're more alike where it counts than meets the eye. Okay. It represents a choice in this life. Left or right, door 1, door 2, crossroads, life path, decision, this kind of thing, crossroads, that kind of thing. A decision, left or right, yes. 22 twice for some of you. Yeah, despair. Let's not keep choosing that door because we already know where it leads, okay? It's a shit door. Let's stop trying to open the damn door that says same shit, same result. Choose the other door. One where you open up and you say what you need to say to somebody. The tour, this is a luxury, by the way. And by that I mean, if you are choosing to not open up to the people who matter most in your life, that suggests that you do, and that option is available to you. Do you have any idea how many people would care, excuse me, not care, but kill for that kind of network? Its core function is exactly what you're avoiding. Forgiveness of the self or others. I would never tell you to forgive. That's a deeply personal decision. Okay? Forgiveness will always be deeply personal. But the suggestion is, in order to get that far, we have to evoke healing. Forgiveness of the self, forgiveness of the situation, or possibly that which ended it or exited. I don't know. But that's what people typically choose for themselves when they just want peace. Okay? Compromise. Peaceful resolution. You can compromise with yourself and find resolution. I know it's in there for you. We've got to move on. I'll check in on you. Obviously in a couple days. I don't know that I'll necessarily a continuation of this, but I do hope for the Taurus Collective. Excuse me. There is progress, full stop. BQZ. Okay. Taurus, honey, I really said no more than 20 minutes per sign. Okay. But you can see why I'd want to push this one. But the fact of the matter is, I know you, people can push, and until you want to change or do something different, you just won't. Okay. But I hope you choose change. I hope you do. I really do. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Virgo, please. Come on now. Let's see, Virgo. Show me Virgo, past, present, and future. Let's see that, Virgo. Past, present, future. Okay. 5 of Wands, rising into Knight of Wands. King of Cups, beautiful. Death, okay. Outcome is the 4 of Cups. Well, hopefully it's an end to the unhappiness as well. Oh my, Taurus started me out on some intense shit. What's going on with you? 5 Wands in the past, there's some argument. Internal, external, a little bit of both. But you rise into the Knight of Wands. It's almost like, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to, by hook or by crook, I'm going to feel better. Okay? And I see you in present day enjoying some level of peace and serenity in your heart. Okay? Before you. death, some sort of ending, transformation. That's okay, because the Four of Cups is the outcome. We're not going to be too big on that anyway. We want that to come to a close. We want it to come to an end. You know, it's kind of like it's going against your zen. So allowing something to pass from your life that ultimately makes you unhappy, it's not a bad thing, okay? But first we have to come to terms with it. Let's see that Five of Wands. Let's see what that frustration is about. Battle of wills, somebody just causing a stink. Like, what's going on? Let's see that Five of Wands, please. Let's see that Five of Wands. Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Currently, you and someone whom you've known forever and a day is like blocked. It's tit for tat. It's a little bit of you on both sides. You block me, well, I block you. Well, I'm mad at you. Well, I'm mad at you too. Okay, these things happen. Six of Cups, by the way, whether or not you believe in soul bonds, it's fine. It's the idea is that you and this person are connected in a very deep and unique way. You've known each other a long time, but that doesn't mean they're always smooth rides, you know? Seven of Pentacles, this is an outstanding argument between you and someone else. You've both fed into it. Let me make that clear. I have two people here who kind of fed into the rocky pathway or growth of this. When you two have spats, you two have spats. And then I'm guessing you push each other away. But then in some way you find ways to make peace or reconnect, even if it's temporary, before the next spat. Okay. All right. What's going on? What's going on? We definitely have a lesson here. I can tell you that straight away about engaging in the same behaviors that got us into that argument to begin with. And that's hard for people to understand when they are locked into that pattern with somebody. It's like, well, they always do this, and then I end up retaliating and doing my own thing. And I know that. And it's... But we're so locked into this pattern, and it's rocky. It's a rocky growth pattern, I grant you. There's always an argument, and I got two people here falling for the same traps in terms of disagreement, disappointment, frustration. It results in a bunch of blocking. So no real progress is ever made. Okay? Let's see that Knight of Wands. So for now, at least in the past, something that was very much established had a very inconsistent, aggressive, sometimes growth pattern. All right, let's see that Knight of Wands, please. The Sun. The Moon. King of Wands. Okay? And at some point, you kind of evoked in yourself a particular energy that says, you know what? I'm choosing to be happy. I'm going to do me. But you kind of kept it in a private way. It was perhaps some of you, your own sense of happiness, you didn't fully understand what it was. And that's why you might have needed space from this, even if it was at the energetic level, to not give to it emotionally because it was so negative all the time. It was really hard to remember the good through all the bad. You know what I'm saying? It got really rocky in there. And I can see where at some point you two at least pushed each other's positive emotions away, even if the 3D was still intact. And you're like, I'm going to do my own thing. And it's going to feel good. Something here inspired you and your energy rose to it. So I can see the rocky past and then you kind of wanting to do your own thing. And big portions of it, by the way, you're like, it's unknown to me. And the moon and the sun, now that's a very beautiful combination. It represents the light and dark. So there's parts of yourself you admit that made you happy, but you may not have known. Or you haven't been in tune with in a long time. And you're like, it's a mystery to me, you know. And I can see where you tried to connect your sun and your moon. I want better energy. I want to feel alive. There's a huge emphasis here on feeling alive. I want to feel passion again in a way that's not negative. Because let me be clear, 5 and 9 of Wands, that's still passion. It's just running in the negative. Anger, frustration, hate, bitterness. Ugh. And it was repetitive. This is passion positive. And you have to keep in mind there's parts of Virgo that when you went outside to explore and raise your energy and raise your will and raise your spirits, you're like, I don't know what some of that is. I'm out of touch with it, or I've just never had much time to explore it. So, okay, let's be me. Let's do me, right? Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you so far. I got you. All right. You must have connected to something because, goodness me, you felt mighty strong for a while. Really strong. You connected to something that brought out your lights and your darks and made you understand how they complement each other. I don't quite know what it was, but it was provoking for a while. All right. Let's see that King of Cups, please. Let's see that King of Cups. The Four of Cups, there it is. And King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. You're understanding your role in that respect of what you find yourself cared for, loved for, and why. What you give back and why. Big part there. It's not just what you give, it's also what you receive. A big part of you is understanding that now. I like where your heart space is. It's a strong sense I am open to giving and receiving love, so long as I understand it, it loves and supports me. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Yeah, I agree. I agree. You agree that you should be part of something larger, right? I'm not saying you have to be. I'm just saying that's the Virgo appreciation I'm seeing here. For that sense of, this is my self-worth. And a big part of my self-worth is to make sense with people, to love them, to care about them, and have the same for me. Otherwise, what's the point of this? What's the point of being unhappy? Four of Cups, right? So there's a strong sense of almost practical realization. I should be happy, and I should think well of myself, and I should love myself, and I should honor my own sense of direction in this life and what I've done and why I've done it. You know, because I can tell that you're big on emotional fulfillment, but it's almost like you didn't understand that you were big on emotional fulfillment until you went through your little fire phase back here. And I don't know how long you were in that, but you were in that fire phase long enough to understand, I'm a whole person. I should love and I should be loved. I like that. It works well with me. It looks good on me. It makes me feel good. So there are parts in your Ten of Cups that you understand and acknowledge that you fit just fine with. And there's other parts that you admit to yourself in your heart space. The King of Cups is owning of the feeling. There are parts of it I'm not happy with. And I can admit that to myself now. And it shouldn't feel like that. Where did we see that Four of Cups? Over here. Let's go ahead and jump over into Death. Let's see, that is Death. Let's see, Death, please. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving direction. Okay. Show me Death, please. Called it. Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. That's a good truth. I honor your truth. It's a strong truth. That doesn't mean it's an easy truth, but I honor your truth because you took the time to figure it out. Your quality of life is about to go in a completely different direction. Now, there is the core here of your Ten of Cups that you are keeping intact. Let me make that clear. Ten of Cups, it's large, or it can be. It's never just one person. I mean, I say it all the time. It can be 1 or 30 people, but my point is, it's those people you are connected to for a reason, okay? You can have lots of family. That doesn't mean you like all of them. You know, these are the people you can actually trust to be in your life. Support you, love you, and you can honestly say that for them. And you're kind of like, I've sorted this out. I'm worthy to give and receive love. Practically speaking, it's a good thing. It's a good investment. I should surround my people. Excuse me, it's my lips. Fuck. I address it because it can be very disruptive. Yes. Lisp/stutter. I should surround myself by those folks who actually care. There you go. That love me and want me in their life, full stop. So over here, Death, then, I see you walking from something you're not interested in trying to connect or make connect anymore. And that's your truth. Guess what it is? I can see that you have roots with somebody, but let me tell you something. You two, whatever they represent in the past, could be a sibling for all I know. You didn't necessarily point out the relationship status with me. But when people tell me it's complicated, and it's been complicated for years, it's rocky, and it's been rocky for years, that means nothing's changing. I can see, and I already pointed out to you, that you two got locked into a pattern. Instead of healing through your problems, compromising through them, like one person says, fuck off, the other person's like, yeah, okay, well, right back at you. I don't know. The last time was one time too many, apparently, because you got into a space where you got to explore your lighter side, your wilder side, I don't know what. But then you came back down to reality and said, this is what counts. And the truth is, I don't want this in my life. It's not part of my 10 of Cups, and it's not a good reflection of how I give and receive love or how I self-identify. I completely agree with you. I do see you walking away from this notion of trying to make it connect or wanting to keep trying to make it connect. Okay? So even if this connection is like, well, Virgo, I see things got a little heated. You know how I am. I know who you are. Yeah, I know how we are. And I just don't think you love or care about me that much. And maybe I don't love and care about you that much because we fall into the same patterns, same routines. What is that? That's definitely an Eminem song. It guest stars or features Rihanna. We fall back into the same patterns, same routines. Okay. Strength. The Hanged Man. Oh, the Hermit. There you are, darling. Good, good, good. About that Four of Cups that you identified and said this is honestly the part of your life that you've identified makes you unhappy. You're like, it sucks. Strength, the Hanged Man, the Hermit, but you're like, I'm going to learn from this. Good, good, good job. And it's something I say all the time. You only fail if you refuse to learn. And Virgo's like, I refuse to fail. I will learn from this. You might have heard a lot of background activity. It's not just pickup day. My neighbors are working on something that requires, I believe, under the house construction. I know. That's the nightmare. That's an absolute nightmare. Okay. But yeah, there it is. There's the unhappiness. I refuse to fail. I will learn from this. I will heal from this, and I will take from this what I need to. I refuse to see this as wasted time. I refuse to see this as wasted effort. Good for you. Good job. Good job. I love your conclusion on several points. On several points. Not just this, it's conflicted and it's always going to be conflicted and it's complicated. It's like I tell people who used to tell me all the time, it's complicated. It's time for a status update. Okay? Time to change your status there. I don't know what that is. But for some of you it represents marriage. And it's been rocky or non-committal or the wrong kind of committal for a long time. Number 3, marriage. Okay? And you want to be happy and you believe marriage or any sort of commitment should be happy. There's a thought. Yeah, there's a thought. I think real commitment suggests you two know each other's triggers and you don't lean into them. You address them. Otherwise, your triggers will never stop being triggers. Okay? This is two people who continue to press the same points. And lovers, yeah. Don't quite know where that is for you. Perhaps it's a little further out. Okay? We have 3, 31, and 15. But there is a sense of strong connection for some of you, perhaps further down the line. Okay? Someone who is more like you or something. Okay. Oh my. Yeah, I'm not trying to laugh. It's just unlikely. Yes, I know. I kind of see it from the same point of view. Recovery, yes, in a year from now. Very good. I was wondering about that lover's context. For many of you, you'll go into that place of recovery. A year is nothing here. I hope you see that. These are all 3 majors. In other words, not a couple of weeks. It makes perfect sense to me. For some of you, your recovery phase will take a year. And that is when we connect to other things. Okay? Someone. To put it that way. We have the letters M and U. We have the medallions of Aries, Sag, Pisces. Okay? You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or formerly connected to, or future orientation connecting to. Their seasons might be important to you as well. We have the dog tag in reverse. This, whatever this is not protected. There you go. That's the key word there. 4-leaf clover. Some of you believe in a little bit of luck. Just a little bit of luck can go a long way. I agree with you. We have the owl, big eyes, insight, wisdom, intelligence, the acceptance of the wisdom. Okay. And the ability to apply it. And then we have the dragon in reverse and upside down. Not my favorite. Lack of empowerment, weak-willed, a bad show of force or strength, or the complete absence of it. Okay? Not protective, but breathes fire for all the wrong reasons, if you will. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, the tree of life. You believe in long term. You believe in stability. You believe in foundation. Okay, you believe in a strong, healthy environment. Okay? All right, Virgo, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Oh, my. In case you hear the backgrounds, it is not Our Lady of Perpetual Lawn Care, although that's going to start any day. Hashtag lawn wars. But no, we've got a lot going on. It's pickup day, and then I think my neighbors are doing some work outside the front of their house. So expect noise. FYI. What's going on? Show me Capricorn, please. Past, present, future. Show me Capricorn, please. Past, present, future. What's up? Past. Knight of Pentacles, rising into the Five of Cups. Okay, present day 4. That's way too much. Before you, 10 of Pentacles, outcome 7 of Cups. That's better. We'll take that. Knights of Pentacles, slow, steady in the past, not moving too fast. I can kind of see why. You rose into something of emotional upset of the past, and it's been with you for a long time. Okay, 5 and 4. Those are upset, and I've been upset. Thanks. That's either yours or it's not. Okay? But there's a strong sense of this is never going to leave. I'm never going to feel any different. I'm upset. I'm always going to be. I'm always going to be dragged backwards into the past. It's almost like you're this close to giving up. Don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. I'm going to clarify, and hopefully I see some healing for you, because there is nevertheless progress here. 10 of Pentacles before you in future. A strong sense of, well, frankly, community, resources, network. It goes well beyond personal home and finances, but that's all in there too. Sense of prosperity, and like I said, highly connected that you are. I have no doubt. Outcome is 7 of Cups. Trying to be open to other things. Any other feeling would be welcome. So like I said, we'll take that. All right. It's not yours? Cool. It's going to be one of those readings where it's all going to sound like one big thing, you know? Well, not everybody's able to work through or shake off the 5 and 4 Cups real quick. You know, I could see where a lot of people get lost to the past, and then when you do, you're always sad. You're miserable. You re-remember your anger. You re-remember your disappointment, and it hits you like it was yesterday. Okay, let's see that Knight of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. The Sun, the World, Ten of Swords. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, people are so, well, the earth signs in particular, I must say. It's like, here's all the heaviness. Here's all the heaviness in the world. Me too. Count my earthy energy in on that. Now, Virgo, I have to say, there's processed pretty well. Taurus, not even close. Yours opened up with, I know it's over. Thanks. Appreciate that. I know. That's what I do. I read what's here, not what isn't. Okay, so if you already know, this is not, I've done my work. I've done my healing. Peace out. Check your other placements, yeah? The Sun, the World, Ten of Swords. It's like you've been moving forward, let's be clear. It's just at such a pace that you probably don't recognize it as moving forward. You're like, it's more like another day of this bullshit. Awesome. I know. The sarcasm is rich with Capricorn, which is one of the reasons I appreciate your sign. I promise you that. But no, the ending's over. That source of particular happiness is over. I don't know what that is to you, but it closed out for a reason. That doesn't mean it was an easy closeout. That doesn't mean it was welcome, but it closed. Okay? You know this. You're not stupid. You've been living it. You know what's up. Let's see that 5 of Cups. And it puts you right smack into a place of pain and disappointment. When you understand something, the Sun, and then the Sun disappears, you're going to get upset. That's just logic, right? And try that with emotional logic, and then people might understand why you get upset. 5 of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, the Lovers. A strong connection exited. We couldn't get on the same page with them. It tried. Oh, honey, you tried. You done tried. You've been trying. You can stop trying. If someone wants to get on the same page with you, they will. If they want to continue to be an obstruction to the connection, no matter what, they don't want to develop. They don't want to strengthen the bond. They just want to keep it flat, where whatever note it hits works for them, but not you. Then that's where if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. If someone tells you who they are, believe them. Because I can see where you did your part fighting for this and it makes you upset all over again that you tried that hard. I understand. You get mad at yourself all over again. Why did I try so hard? And why did I try so hard for you? It's still a mystery. And it still hurts. And it sucks. Thanks for that. I understand. So me telling you it's over has been over. It really is duh. What you get upset about is how hard you tried, and then how hard it seems they equally pushed back on you. I don't want us to try to stay connected like that. I'm not trying to develop it like that. I want to experience this connection as a one-hit wonder, and that's it. Whatever the note was, that's the only note they were prepared to sing. It was one note. And you're like, I'd like to have more notes with you. And they're like, nah. So it's 5 of Cups, man. It drags you back into the past, and most of it's coming from that kind of why. 9 of Pentacles, I knew better. You're telling me I knew better. I know who I am. I'm a pretty capable cookie. I'm a smart cookie. I'm a can-do cookie. Why didn't they want my cookie? Some people don't know a good thing when they got it. They just want to stare at the cookie. They want to smell it, be tempted by it. But they don't actually want to say, be part of the bakery. They don't even really want to commit as a customer. They just want to window shop. And that's what it feels like. Okay, let's see that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sigh so heavy. I feel it. I feel the weight of it, and I hope you understand that that's what I'm putting back to you, is that I get it. I get your energy. I understand what happened, and this is either yours or it's not. There really is those 2 modes here. I'm telling all the earth signs, apparently. So I don't know how old this is, but the fact is that you still get pissed off about it like this happened yesterday, and that's unresolved emotions of the past. 4 Cups. Let's see if we got an improvement here. Because mind you, 4 is still lighter than 5, The Magician. The 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Okay. You really struggled with opening up. You really struggled with manifesting. There's times when you were confused. Should I continue to manifest this because I'm still unhappy with it? That was coming from a place within you to resolve the situation, even if it seems like it's unresolvable. It looks like it's unresolvable, honey. Somebody was continued to perpetually reject the connection. It doesn't matter how much you're going to try to open yourself up towards it. If they were rejecting fundamentally what was there, they were going to reject any sort of form of getting on the same page with them. So but you knew this. You're not stupid. So you're like, that would be stupid. But I don't feel like I'm prepared to manifest anything else either. What do I do? And you went back and forth on that for a long time. Between, should I open up to this? No, don't do it. That's stupid. Misery loves company. Ah, right. I mean, the sarcasm is rich with yours. Because you know why? I tell you why. Because the Capricorn I'm looking at understands what the I'm saying. Like, you ran the gauntlet on this one. You beat yourself up for it. You're like, you went back into the past so many times to understand how a proud, capable Capricorn did this, fell for this, participate. Like, that's why the sarcasm is so rich. You struggled with the idea of what to do with it. Oh, I keep coming back full circle. There is nothing I can do. Okay, do we want to open up our feelings in a new direction? No, because I'm still pissed off with the past. And then you went back to square one. What can I do to resolve this? Do I involve them? Every time I tried to involve them, they rejected it. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you didn't know how to let it go. You didn't know how to fix it. You didn't know how to heal through it. I get you, honey. I get your anger. I get your frustration. But just like your attempts to understand your feelings on this and the disappointment, you did it alone when you were with them, and you're still doing it alone without them. And that's why I kind of just want to tell you to stop giving a shit. Allow yourself to 8 of Cups this. Numb down. I very rarely give that advice. Very rarely. Because typically when people numb down, they have a tendency to hang out there way too long because it gets comfortable. I'm telling you 8 of Cups this in order to get some emotional distance from it. Because whatever this was powerful enough that you still struggle with it in present day. Even though you admitted right there in the opening. This shit's over. It's been over. So I would say allow yourself, give yourself the permission to emotionally detach from this and be okay with it. It looks like you cannot literally go back into the past and fix it. It would require their cooperation anyway, which you already know what to expect from that. And I know, that's why you struggle with it. You go back to square one. So 7 of Cups, part of the option that most people don't talk about because it's uncomfortable, is the choice to not care. I guess I don't recommend it because people get very comfortable with that 8 of Cups. Comfortably numb, to quote Bono from U2. Now for you, I think you could use with a little bit emotional distance to allow yourself to stop caring about the past. You know the role you played. And specifically, you know the role they didn't play. So why should you care so much for someone who clearly couldn't do the same? It's not a challenge. I'm just saying that thought's going to help infuse a little bit more distance from it. That's all I'm saying. 10 of Pentacles. In the meantime, I know you got shit to do. You're 10 of Pentacles, you're busy Capricorn. It's so frustrated, honey. I know, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Let's see that 10 of Pentacles. Saw something drop, but it did not. Oh, they're in it now. Just like you. They're in it now. Oh, there's no going back. See, Ace of Wands, the Hermit, Chariot. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. I don't know how long it's going to take you to do that. Let's be real talk. I don't know how long you're going to hang out here. It looks like you've been there a long time, and you might be a little bit more. But at some point in your future, when you take a look at your stability and you're like, hey, all this shit I got going on, apparently I did that without this person. I'm awesome. Yeah, you are. And the Ace of Wands, the Hermit, the Chariot, you're going to remember how awesome you are. That's what I need you to do, honey. This person didn't appreciate that you were packing a whole bakery behind you. And that never mind you were making a profit. And by that I mean it's not that you're rich. It's just you were emotionally rich and you were capable and stable and you would give this your all, including all your emotional activity that suggests I love you and I'm trying. Honey, they didn't know a good thing. They didn't know what you were producing. They had no idea of the quality of your worth, and that's not your fault. You can't make someone see it. You just can't. There's not enough. You can't throw enough energy at that person. If they don't want to see your value, they won't. I'm telling you, that was a one-hit wonder. They had no idea. And I feel like I've had this conversation with you before, but today it's like super, super highlighted. I want you to remember that 10 of Pentacles. You didn't just pull that out of your ass. That took time. That took time to develop. Oh, I'm feeling extra sassy today. You bet your ass I am. I want you to remember this. I need you to. If somebody refuses to see the richness and the quality of what you had to offer, that is literally their problem. It ain't yours. So I'm telling you, give yourself permission to get some emotional numbness between you and whatever the hell this wasn't. Okay? You're worth so much more than this. You're fighting over the peanuts of someone's why didn't they scrap energy when you got that whole thing. I see you continuing to move forward and literally in what works, and you remember how badass you are. Yes. Yes. You got some energy infusion in there too. There's a little spark or something. Let's see that 7 of Cups there, right there at the outcome. Which I've seen you circle around that wagon a long time. Stop circling the wagon, honey. You're like a bloodhound sniffing for clues. There's no clues, man. This person didn't make enough impact in your life for there to be a clue. All right, let's see that 7 of Cups, please, in the outcome. Sorry, I had to get back on track. Pull it back in. I'm like you. I have standard expectations, too. But I also know what, sometimes we just got to push on a point. Seven of Cups. They ain't call me sassy for nothing. Knights of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and Temperance. Good job. Good job. Your knowledge base is huge in future. You have learned to reroute your Seven of Cups concept, where I keep seeing you reinvest in it in a closed circuit. Ain't nothing going out, ain't nothing okay, we're going to break that circuit. You're going to find a truth that you can investigate fully. You're going to explore it fully. I don't know what it is that hits you like a truth bomb, but it's going to allow you to take that and run with it. It's going to free up that dead circuit, which is like this. It's a circle. To, okay, I feel completely different now. I'm armed with knowledge. I'm armed with ability. I'm evoking temperance. I'm in a good direction. We're going to keep it that way. Hell yes. So finally we had some interference. We had something here to break through the perpetuation that is this useless signal. And it's almost like your Capricorn will. I refuse to give up on this. And yet this is what you were doing. That was a closed circuit of emotion. So we're going to have a strong truth in future that you will be able to act on knowingly, willingly, and without hesitation. No more. Did you notice how you stopped dragging yourself back into the past? And you focused on literally what works for you. Patience. Being conscientious of your own effort. Literally conscientious of your own effort. Your own ability. And giving yourself the insight when you need it. Okay? That is beautiful. Something here helps you remember you're such a badass, and you take that and you run with it. The sudden wealth. Yeah, I don't think anything here was sudden. I literally said I don't think you pulled any of this out of your ass. It's in that sense of you worked hard for what you have. There was nothing sudden about it. But you might have been touched with a little bit of luck. Sure, why not? A little bit of help along the way. All right. Expectation. The main male. Yeah. There was a sense here of expectation always. To provide, to step up, to give the best of oneself, so that you do not have to be a male to identify with these characteristics. As we see, we have both the male and female. Some of you had very strong expectations because you understood your quality of worth, and it's like, why aren't they attaching to me? Why aren't they fighting with this with me? Why didn't they see my worth? Literally, I have expectations. Was it so bad? No. But you want reasonable expectations for reasonable people. Not people who are determined to sit there and fight the best thing they ever had. Honey, I don't know about you, but I'm not big on stupid people. There, I said it. Okay. I don't mean this, you don't have to have the highest IQ in the room. I'm just saying there's something to be said for basic observation skills. Okay? I mean, do you really want someone who didn't instantly understand your worth? You know. Don't get me wrong, we all take a trip down fuckery lane, but no. Communicate clearly. I see that you communicating clearly with yourself in future. That's exactly what that means. We have this point, Capricorn, we're sticking to it. And within the next few weeks, that infusion I'm looking for, right over here, within the next few weeks, we get out of this dark circle of emotions. Okay. 1128-1, by the way. We have the letters D, L, J. We have the medallion of Pisces and Virgo. Keyword here being practical. I know at the end of the day you are. I think we're going to start shaking up this influence, though, in this season, Pisces. You might have any of these strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. Their season might be important to you. We also have the seashell of Cancer in reverse and upside down. Not listening to emotions. So not only do we have someone who's kind of lacking observational skills, not in touch with their feelings, or the inability to speak to them, which is just as bad. It's the same as not having any. Okay. Cappy, I hope this helped you. Good job. I hope it helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Past, present, future. Oh, come on now. What's going on, please? Past, present, future. Past, Ace of Swords, rising into the Queen of Wands. Present day, Ten of Cups, beautiful. Before you, the Star. Outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. Good job, and it really tracks what I've been saying for you. They're not always back-to-back consistent, no. But sometimes the steadiness of a collective's energy never fails to impress. And I've been seeing things like this for you at a fairly steady rate. Like I said, not always, not all the time. But when I tune into those groups of Scorpios, yeah, I see it. I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying you don't have hard days or bad days. What I am saying is that your overall quality is pretty darn good. Ace of Swords, you start out with a strong truth in the past, and you're like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm all about that. So yeah, I had some very strong insight, a sharpness of mind, thought, and also, of course, determination, but that's based on knowledge. We leaned into this, we grew into this, and we have a strong truth, okay? They are often earned, very rarely handed to us, those Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands, I feel good. I like where my energy's going. I'm excited. You're like, I'm excited. Ten of Cups in present day, a sense of emotional harmony, really focusing. Having a lisp is fun. I can't say I recommend it, but it can be fun. Ten of Cups, there's a sense of emotional harmony here with your inner circle. Inner circle, again, is what we make of it. It's the idea of family, friends, spouses, kids, the family, pets. But the point is those people who are in our lives, we can count on them to actually be there, to love and support us, and we in return do the same for them, okay? The star before you in future, a sense of high rising hope, desires, wish upon a star, but pulling it towards us, making it happen. Outcome is Ace of Pentacles. Well, you landed a big fish. So, you reached for it, and it's reaching back. So, good luck on your big fish. I mean, for many of you, this would be a great time for you to check your other placements if you're like, that's not me. Okay, I hope it is, though, first and foremost, because it's freaking beautiful. It's wonderful. Let's start back there with your Ace of Swords. What's your truth? It's the only way to really know if a star is for you if you choose to reach for it and you get results. Okay? The stars, like I say, it's easy to wish, it's easy to want. Actually acting towards it, it's different. It's a completely different thing, you know? And you're reaching for something. Ace of Swords. Let's see that truth. The Wheel of Fortune, excuse me, Eight of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, there's the growth. There's the insight. Page of Swords started a little guy. The concept grew, and it took a while with the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands, for you to get comfortable enough to start expressing your truth. Basically, living your dream, living your goal, or living your truth. It took you a while to grow into it. It needed time to develop. It needed time to mature, specifically. And you grew into it, literally. There's the growth, but it took time. Wheel of Fortune, can't emphasize that enough. So, Ace of Wands. Well, it started out with communication that was small, and perhaps you didn't think much of it. You started to see truth in your words, truth in your own meaning, the truth of your own mind. And you believed in it a little more every day. So that was a past that was quite some time ago. But like I said, the best truths are hard-earned. For whatever reason, it started out with, I'm not going to take my thoughts and my words too seriously. They don't need too much growth or insight. But that started to shift and change over the years. And now you have a completely different mindset that says, you know what? I know what I know. And I'm going to pursue what I know. It's kind of like what M says, you know, right there towards the very, very end of Lose Yourself. You can do anything you set your mind to. And that's what you're showing me, except you chose to believe in your mind over a long period of time. Thoughts, actions, words, beliefs. All right. Queen of Wands, rising into positive energy, glowing a little bit, feeling good about you, perhaps taking care of your physical form, you know. But there is a certain radiance there, passion, you know. Trailblazing, all that good stuff. It's a good energy. It's Queen of Wands. I love that one. Nine of Swords, some stress, anxiety, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. You have to tell yourself fairly often, I got this. I got this. And that is individuation right there. Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Empress. It's like, I can do this. I'm worthy of this. I choose empowerment. I choose me. I got this. I'm worthy of this. I choose empowerment. I choose me. And that's beautiful. You know, you're just telling me that you choose yourself, to believe in yourself, and the energy shows. It reflects. I'm not saying you're perfect, and you know you're not perfect. You have a lot of things that cross your mind. Nine of Swords, some of you fall prey to anxiety and the anxious thoughts, and you're like, I'm not going to excuse me, I'm not going to allow that to overrule my better sense of self and judgment. I believe in me. So not only did you open up with a strong concept of possibly a very elaborate pep talk that took years, now that you're getting results and your energy is good and it's rising, you really are starting to show yourself how much you believe in yourself. Okay? I have no doubt you're surrounded by a whole cast of characters that think well of you and love you. Just nobody's perfect. But what I like is that I could give in to worry, but I won't do it. I won't do it because that takes me back to a small frame of mind where I didn't believe in myself, my words, and my actions. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm the Empress. I personify, I exemplify empowerment. Okay? And love and meaning and context. And frankly, positivity. Again, you're showing me I believe in myself. I believe in my wishes. I believe in myself. I believe in my wishes. Okay. Very good. A lot of feminine energy in there. But it's loving, it's supportive, it's open, and it's bright. Let's see that 10 of Cups, please. Present day. Let's see that 10 of Cups, please. 6 of Cups. Yeah, 9 of Wands and the Tower. Well, it happens. It happens. You or somebody connected to you said, I won't have anything to do with this inner circle anymore. Okay. It's coming up soon. So, you and this person go way back. 6 of Cups could be anybody. It's not necessarily coming across as intimate. We're talking like someone you've known a long time. We have many a memory with this person. So soul bonded or not, even if you don't believe in that, you two go way back. And your souls have a way of reaching each other, trying to understand each other, trying to connect, especially amongst the 10 of Cups, where this connection felt or was supposed to feel safe and supportive, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Okay. So I don't know if you're pushing this person out and you're like, you stay out, or they're like, I'm out. I don't like you. I don't want to harmonize with you anymore, whatever the hell that means. I don't want to be part of your inner circle. Okay. Count me out. I will count you out. Don't try to stop me. I won't try to stop you. I don't want to harmonize with you anymore. Let's not. You know, let me tell you, I don't know what the beef is. I don't know what the angst is. Someone here fits the family profile, I believe. Otherwise, you two are a weird sort of frenemy that go way back. I don't know. But someone here it's fine. 9 of Wands, they end up rejecting the connection anyway. Before they completed it with the Tower, it's kind of like, take that, see how much I block you now. I don't know. It's a weird sort of flex. It doesn't seem to shock you too much. It's like, well, that's what they do. I'll probably hear from them again in 6 months. There's a weird sort of acceptance. It's like saying that person in my inner circle, that's their function. Every now and again, they refuse to show up. They refuse to be loving or supportive. A show of strength. I'm going to be strong on you. And it's like it's what they do. Okay. You don't seem to put up a fuss about it at all. So I really don't think it's you pushing someone away. I feel like someone's exercising that energy on you. And you're like, that's exactly what it is. It's an exercise. They'll do it again. It looks like a reflexive muscle, but the bigger point's never learned. I don't, someone who's always prepared to emotionally be defensive about the relationship and not fully allow themselves to experience it, they're going to end up rejecting themselves anyway. So something tells me as I'm describing this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it doesn't faze you too much. It doesn't seem to upset you. Okay. You don't seem to be lifting a finger. It's almost like you expect it from this person. Okay. The Star. Honestly, honey, I'm not worried about it if you're not worried about it. When somebody refuses, I know they think they're triggering a Tower, but it's like their refusal to learn this lesson. It's... Okay. It might shock you, but you're not exactly going to be missed at Sunday dinner. You've skipped a lot of those. It's so I don't know how else to describe it. You're so nonchalant about it. Yeah, no, the stars. Okay, just want to let you know. I guess it's coming up soon. We're gonna have one of these little tiffs with it. Well, actually, no, it's a one-sided tiff. You seem to accept it as it is, the way it is. The star. Let's see that star, please. Show me the star, and I think that's good on you. A lot of Scorpios will show me emotional resistance to people who they're closest to, and you're like, that's their thing. I'll see them again in 6 months, I'm sure. You know, something like that. So that's a lot. That's a lot of acceptance in your inner circle. Like, you must really love your inner circle. Or, frankly, accept them who they are, flaws and alls, you know. All right. Let's see that star, please. Let's see that star. Page of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something here that used to upset you, and you're back on track with it. It's that sense of whatever this star is, this wish, this hope, you're keeping yourself open towards it, even though it could be a broken wish. You're like, I'm not done with it. And I might hurt myself in the process. It seems to be completely, I don't want this to be confused. That seems to be like an off-label subject. It's kind of going back to that sense of star, and this is my destiny. I've been building into this. I see you approaching it, even though you understand in some way you building into it could hurt you. It may not be what you want, but you're like, I'm willing to take those consequences. So I still see you pursuing that star. It's like, I accept the consequences here. I'm going to keep myself open towards it. It might be foolish. Be like, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to reach for it. Okay. I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not saying an outcome, except that you're just showing me fear in the future towards something that's very important to you. It's what you've been waking up towards. You have to remind yourself constantly it's worthy of you, and you had to grow into it. All right. No, that's fear. That's fear of potential breakage. That's fear of disappointment. But nevertheless, it's Scorpio I'm looking at. You're persisting. So, let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles, please. Two of Cups, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. You're on the right track. I don't know how else to put that, but you will in the future. You're on the right track. I also see a phenomenal amount of committed support attached to you in future, Ace of Pentacles. So whatever it is your goal is here, you're pushing past fears of disappointment, rejection, or loss, like an unattainable star. You're like, I don't care. I'm going to persist. Yes, that's Scorpio spirit. And I think I saw something like that for you recently, like I said. But over here, it's very tangible. It's very much coming forward. I see you responding to it well, kind of like privately checking against your intuition. I knew it would, but I didn't want to say anything. And I love that. It makes me smile so much. Because here you're showing me, okay, this is scary. This is scary shit. I'm getting back to a subject that's important to me. I had to grow into it, etc. I have to remind myself all the time that I'm worthy of this star. It may not work out, but I'm going to try it. Page of Wands. It's like, I still have the nerve. And whatever that star is, it's going to get stretched out. This is not going to be Insta-star. This is not like Instapot success. This is something you're building into. It's going to take time, and that's one of the reasons why you're a little bit afraid. It's kind of like, I'm going to have to put big parts of myself into this, and it may not work out. So the sooner you realize that, the better. What do I tell people? The star. The star requires higher levels of investment. Does it have more impact than the sun? You bet your ass. In terms of long-term sustainability and sense of fulfillment, that's what the star is. The sun, you can choose to be happy. You walk outside your front door, boom, sun. For most folks. I understand it's very dark for some folks several months out of the year. But that's not my point, guys. It's the metaphor. You're talking about fulfillment and that you're going to have to take the risk on it. And you're willing to expose yourself to it. You'll be glad you did. Ace of Pentacles, because then you're showing me. It's a little cheeky, but I love it. Yeah, I knew. High Priestess. A very spiritual person you are. But it's not just you. The High Priestess and the Hierophant, they make a great team. They're an ultimate duo in terms of the spiritual essence. And how we perceive ourselves, what we commit to, and why commit to our feelings. So you have a very strong sense of, I knew it was going to work out, I knew. But you're not alone. Someone's in there sharing that support with you. I'm very happy. Congratulations are in order, apparently. So I honestly see this as the long-standing goal. But you're not celebrating alone. Okay, someone stands there next to you. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. My favorite thing, though, so I don't know if this is someone who already pre-exists back here, or if this is a future connection you've yet to meet that shows up very strongly as spiritual and emotional commitment, but they celebrate the Ace of Pentacles with you, you know? There's the venomous thoughts. Yeah, it's something. It's something. I can see that as your anxiety that occasionally pops up and attacks you in the mind. I can see where it is sometimes your fear of not fulfilling your star. There's a couple different points. And then also this person who can't seem to get on the same page with themselves. They're not really harming you. They're harming themselves. There's just something in their own pattern that they're not saying. But okay. Okay. Yeah, there is marriage for you. There is out there in the future. I don't know if you're already married back here and you're showing me your own particular process within the construct of a commitment, or if that commitment is just waiting to happen. But the fox, the slyness, the cleverness. Yeah, I have that in there too, that sense of intelligence. Sometimes the fox is associated with sneakiness, and for some folks it's just cunning, being clever. Okay. Number 1, that's what I'm thinking for you. 14 and 3. And also, of course, number 7. All right. And cleverness, though. Cleverness, I think, though, back here, you saw through something. You saw a way through something. Communicate clearly. There it is. Communicating clearly. That's exactly what that is. Your intentions and actions specifically. Okay. All right. I think that about does it. Scorpio? Yeah, something here is unlikely. What's unlikely? Yeah. I just see it as a situation where it's like they're unlikely to see their own behaviors. It doesn't feel very insightful. It feels repetitious. They've done it before. I don't see it likely that they'll be any wiser for this latest Tower episode. What's weird to me is your reaction. Okay, it is what it is. P, M, I, the letter G, the owl, wisdom. Some of you are very intelligent. I see that growing into your wisdom. The big eyes, observation, cleverness, very much attached to you. Ladybug in reverse. This had nothing to do with luck. It had everything to do, however, with you going out of your way to combat negative thoughts and remember your own sense of self and empowerment and making decisions. Luck had nothing to do with it. Stubbornness, studiousness, but being clear with your own mind and directives. Yes, very Scorpio reading today. Okay, Scorpio honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Good luck. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Pisces, please. Past, present, future. Show me Pisces. Past, present, future. Two of Cups, rising into the 10. Beautiful. Knight of Wands, present day. Death. Oh my goodness. Someone showed me that same card, same position. I don't remember who. 10 of Pentacles is in the outcome. Interesting. You're showing me the past, a sense of some sort of emotional equilibrium. I understand how I feel about you. You understand how you feel about me. And it feels good. It feels safe. It feels supportive. Okay? We expand to the 10. So we have a whole inner world here. Okay? In a world of support, love, family, friends, spouses, kids, family pets, the whole thing. 10 of Cups, I never know. You know, it's really not about the size. There could be a couple folks in there. It could be 30 or 50. You're a water sign. The odds of you being highly connected in multiple ways. Yeah. The point is that the whole gig of the 10 of Cups is that we understand these people exist and we love and care about them and they about us. We'll have our disagreements, we'll have our issues, but for the most part, we consider ourselves to be intact, right, with our inner circle. Knight of Wands, present day. Something in your energy is shifting, got sharper, more focused, excited, passionate. I don't know. And then immediately following that is a Death and 10 of Pentacles. Something about your foundation is changing a little bit. You know, something to do with the stability. Things are a little different. We shifted things around intentionally, unintentionally. I don't know. Let's start back here with that 2 of Cups. What's going on? Let's see that 2 of Cups, please. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Four of Swords. There is some sort of connection here that helps you heal a great deal. But it took time and patience. We didn't see it right away for what it was. It was Seven of Pentacles. But talking with it, communicating with it, it would put us at rest or at ease. And it was this sense of, I feel comforted knowing I'm loved. And it gave you insight. It gave you this concept of rest and reflection. And something about this Two of Cups gave you something to work with. In particular, feeling loved and supported, but it grew so slowly over time. Seven of Pentacles, and that's not a bad thing, just as long as it's not stagnant. But no, when you looked out upon the world, you were glad that this Two of Cups was there. You are. You can see that, you can feel it, you can feel connected to it, and it taught you a lot about patience and personal growth and feeling good about you and trying to keep your decisions more based in the present. But for some reason, it was a slow kind of creep up on you, kind of. Yeah. So I don't know if that was intimate. I don't know. But I like how it had a steady sort of growth attached to it, and a personal sense of peace and reflection. It was good to know this person. Let's put it that way. I'm not sure how you actually label them in real life, but it was like it's kind of like saying, yeah, I'm glad I knew this person, you know? All right. Ten of Cups. What's going on? Let's see that Ten of Cups, please. Seven of Wands, the Star, and the Page of Cups. Okay. Showing me a lot of boundaries around your Ten of Cups, that you have nothing but high hopes and high regards from your inner circle. You personally keep yourself open towards them, and they get your kind of priority energies, at least not too far back in the past. And there's a strong sense of setting boundaries for yourself and for others, but doing your part to keep an open heart, love, and well wishes for everyone that you are connected to. But sometimes you gotta draw the line with some folks in there. In the Ten of Cups, that's pretty normal. If you have any sort of healthy concept of family and friends, sometimes you gotta know when to exercise boundaries. But for the most part, you're saying it's everything you could have hoped for. Again, very overarching concept in there. But you are more or less pleased at the end of the day with your inner circle. Sometimes you got to get firm. I get it. Some people can get all up in your business and you're just like, yeah. I love you. But yeah, it's just in that sense of respecting boundaries, being protective of your inner circle, and that includes you too, you know? That's cool. But I like your admission. It's pretty much, Christina, everything I'd ever hoped for in a support system. And that's beautiful. There's one cup here that you specifically assign a sense of peace to, contribution to. But for the most part, you're saying you're pretty happy with your Ten of Cups. It's not always perfect. Sometimes Uncle Bob or Aunt whoever, I wish them well. I really, really do. But also, no. I don't know. You show me it's important for you to maintain boundaries with your family structure. Okay, that's cool. I respect that. Knight of Wands is in your present day. Let's see that Knight of Wands, please. The Chariot, Strength, and the Three of Swords. Okay, whatever fears you have in your heart about moving forward, you're going to push past them. Yeah. Speaking of Scorpio, I have some in the chart. I saw something similar in that sense of I have something here that's important to me. It might hurt, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're like, I have good energy here and I just kind of want to take it and run with it. I don't want to question it too deeply. I don't want to think about too much about fearfulness of what will happen. I just want to take this feeling and run with it. So some of you are experiencing certain levels of energy spikes right now, and you understand that you have a kind of quality but protective family, and sometimes you got to push back, and I can kind of see why. You're experiencing a lot of energetic thrusts right now. I want to move forward, and yes, I'm a little scared, but I gotta move forward. Okay, so that would explain it then. So not only you're protective of them, they're showing protection then of you, and with the insistence on your part, I'm good. I'm going to spend some energy in this direction now. So you break off from a group, okay? to doing something on your own, which you feel good about, but you also admit you're a little scared to do, but you go and do it. It's moving on, moving forward with yourself, your goals, your life. I don't know. I like how you attribute one person here to helping you heal. It was a patience thing. We've known them a long time. Everybody played their part. You understand that they're showing some levels of protectiveness around you, and you would for them. But for the most part, you're like, I got to open up now. So a lot of saturation here, protection, love, healing. I think you've been keeping close to your inner circle for a while, for reasons of healing and things like that. And they're showing a little bit of protectiveness of you too. Especially now that you're kind of like, I'm feeling my freedom. I'm feeling a little restless. I kind of want to do something over there now. But you're not going to allow fear to hold you back. That's all you've really told me so far. Okay. Let's see that death then. What's going on there? Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Okay, it's time to apply the science. Okay, so you've had the theory, now it's time for application. Something here ended some time ago, and you're showing me that reflection. Okay, so you've been kind of sequestered for a while in your recent past. Okay. Your immediate circle has done really well in helping you. Okay, but you're kind of saying, I need to go on my own now. So there is a strong sense of absorption here of a Five of Pentacles that's already occurred. And now you're kind of living it. It's like you're getting back into life. Do you remember that song, Back to Life, Back to Reality? Yeah, that's kind of what you're saying. You had a very strong disruptive moment in your life, and you've done your time surrounding yourself with those who matter, who love and care and support you, protective too. But now it's time for you to kind of hit the road and open up to other things, which you admit is a little scary because you've been kind of safely sequestered, loved, and supported for some time. One person in particular you attribute a lot of that to. That's cool. It may not be intimate, guys, but it's done well for you. My point is that that death has happened. The transformative effect has indeed taken effect, and now it's kind of like time to get back to life, get back to reality, and you want to. You want to spend that energy, you want to put it back out there, you want to get back to what counts, to what matters. So that death once more is something that's already been absorbed. And you're acting on it. It's kind of like saying, okay, this is my reality. This portion of that Ten of Pentacles is already broken off. It's changed. And I'm now going to live that new reality. So it's a little scary at first, but nevertheless, I see you persisting, moving forward. Your world has changed. It's changed, and I see you trying to adopt the effects of that change. Live the change. Okay? Yeah, immediately I saw that Five of Pentacles and knew it had already been subtracted from that 10. So in future, I see you kind of like, this is where it is now. I'm living it. Okay? I like how you're backing up your energy back there. You wanted to, you're excited to. It's a little scary, yeah? It's like, okay, here we go. Back to life, back to reality. Let's see that Ten of Pentacles, please. You've already accounted then for the loss. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, you're putting a lot of good work into what looks like your 3D environment. You really seem to be focusing on those contracts and or relationships that matter to you, whichever that means to you. Four of Wands, once more, is how we build into it. That is defined by at least two people. Here you're showing me I'm really going to focus on what counts. The 8 and 10 of Pentacles, that's a lot. Mind you, a portion has already broken off. You know this, you see it, and you're looking to rebuild. That's a lot of rebuild, but it looks like you are equipped to handle it. So good on you. Okay. But yeah, here we have the absorption of the reality, coming to terms with it, practicing it, living it, applying it. And always, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, you're saying you learned a lot from your relationships by the ones you should maintain and the ones that no longer require your maintenance. So that's a dual sword right there. It's not always the easiest of truths, but you're living up to those truths as best you can. Okay? You subtracted that 5 from this 10. You knew that when you went back out into the field, if you will, back out into the environment, that a big portion of your reality has changed, and now it's time to live up to it. And you are more than exceeding your own expectation. You're getting back to stabilizing everything that matters to you, throwing yourself into that which is important, but it's not done so in a bad way. It's kind of like I need to reinforce the principles of working on what matters and eschewing that which does not. Some things deserve my direct time, energy, and effort, the best of my efforts too. Some things don't. They no longer require my attention. And that's the part of my reality I need to accept now and live through it. Okay? What's that tarot lady say all the time? What is worth my time, energy, and effort? Sometimes I got to remind myself that this part of my life no longer needs it, requires it, or asks me to not participate anymore. That's my truth. So some of these contracts, these building structures, these relationship structures are real and valid and deserve the best of you. I also see you doubling back and doing what you can to recoup anything that was lost. I mean, you're doing some brilliant work in there. But yes, you are operating under a dual sword. That's one of the hardest ones. There is positive truth in there. There is hard truth in there. But both are real. Both are valid. Okay? No one to take breaks. Okay? As you get back into the swing of it and you accept this reality, which again you are doing so well, so beautifully. I don't want you to question that part of it. You're the mature man, you say you know better. What are you working on? I just found you. I picked up on that. You're working on something other than the work. You're maintaining a fairly extensive everything. Community work. You're really brilliant at that. In your dual-edged sword, you're rocking that truth as best you can. You no longer have to be absorbing that Five of Pentacles. It's not yours to deal with anymore. What else? There's something. What are you working on? There's something else in here. I'm not saying it. Despair. I understand that you're learning to accept that situation. Poverty. You're recovering. I'm not saying it's full-on poverty. What I'm saying is that there was clearly a portion that broke off. Okay? And we're having to recuperate that. I understand. Adjudication. Sense of fairness. Earning back that which was lost. I understand. Child. 18. Marriage. We're having to compensate for someone else's lack of contribution. Someone bit off more than their fair share. Oh, God. Ain't that it? And no wonder you're showing me compensation. Well, bless you. You have a phenomenal spirit. Adjudication, child, marriage. There is a strong sense of commitment here that was formerly commitment, and someone relied heavily on the other in terms of 3D practicalities. Yeah. And thus doing so and breaking away from this, someone's like, I'm helpless. Give me more than 50%. You see where I'm taking this? That's what happens when we kind of have that childlike dependency. I'm sorry, but the contribution, your recoup from it is kind of off scale, but you're so good at what you do. You'll be able to handle this well. You are taking this with a lot of grace and a lot of sense of maturity. Number 5, kind of like the Hierophant here, but mixed up with the King of Pentacles. There's a strong sense of self-worth here, and I'm going to do what's right for me, and I know I should. We're absorbing this, okay? But just please know, it looks like whatever it is that exited bit off a lot more than what it contributed. It's a hard truth some of you are having to deal with, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. Okay? There's a sense of I'm paying for someone else's helplessness or lack of contribution. Okay. Okay. Get more information. Peaceful resolution. Before everything is said and done, let's see if there isn't a little bit more information that might prevent that chunk. Okay. There might be more of a peaceful resolution in here than meets the eye. I'm glad that you're feeling that need. Okay, let's go. Let's get on with life. Thank you all very much for your love and support and your protectiveness too. But I got to get on with things. I got to get back to life, back to reality. You have a huge sense of responsibility attached to you. It did feel a little bit more than compensation, though. Yeah, but somebody took, I think, more than a chunk on the way out of that transforming Ten of Pentacles. But you got the skills and the experience, apparently, to back it up. You're undergoing repairs as you see fit. We have the letter U. Just you. Yeah, I had that feeling that most of this is on you. We have the medallion of Gemini in the reverse, the keyword here being intelligence. Some of you have some very interesting Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to it. Their season might be interest to you. Excuse me. We have the owl in reverse and upside down, lack of wisdom, lack of insight, and the lack of the ability to observe. We have the unicorn in reverse, lack of magic here, not magic, not special, lack of wolf in reverse. A lot of sense of lack of cunning, wit, pursue, provide. We have the music note. Some of you very strongly identify through music, like music is your thing, professional or hobby, or it's just a way for you to escape, meditate, or get in tune with yourself. That's very common for a lot of people. I understand. Continue to do that. I'm glad that you have the support system that you do. One person in particular helped you in your recovery efforts, particularly healing of the self. We want to thank that person a little more, I think. But this, which willfully exited or you asked to exit, you are doing more than your fair share to compensate. Let me put it another way. It's taking the chunk that you most likely earned. Okay? Okay. But if children are involved, I can see where that... I didn't interpret that immediately as children. I just want to make that clear. Don't get me wrong, children might be involved, and that would explain a lot of it. The way I saw it, that sense of fairness because of somebody's helplessness, childlike dependency. Anyway, I hope this helped you, Pisces, honey. I really do. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. Past, present, future. Show me Cancer, please. Past, present, future. FYI, I am kind of pushing late into the afternoon. That's okay. Life happens. So if any reason I have to pause, your message will resume, obviously. What's going on? Please show me Cancer, past, present, future. The Emperor rising into the Devil. Ooh. Okay. Judgment, present day. Chariot, that's you. It's nice to see you, dear. The Hierophant and the outcome. Woo! Let's take note, shall we? 1 major, 2 major, 3 major, 4 major, 5 major. Going through some spiritual shit? Yeah. I should change the name of the channel from Sassy Scorpion Tarot to Are You Going Through Some Spiritual Shit? Wow. The Emperor, right away. I'm empowered. I'm good. I'm in control. What you're in control of, I don't know. We're going to find out. Devil's like, yeah, we're in control. We got this. Ooh, that was a sweet talking devil. Did you see that? That's why I like the devil in this deck, because it's so beautifully depicted. Do you see that on the outside it looks seductive? Like, yeah, come on. But then you see in that yeah, come on gesture with the hand, how there are metaphorical and or spiritual strings attached to a puppet. Yeah, devil's a puppet master. That's why it's better to understand what our devils are. We all have one. The more you say you don't, the more your devil has say over your life. We all have devils. I don't care how big they are, big they are or small they are. The point is, the more aware we are of them, the more we can combat and push against it. So some of you, all I can tell you is that sense of control is your devil. Okay? Judgment, present day. We got some spiritual whoppers that we've been feeling in present day. I don't know how long judgment is stretching out for you guys. It just depends. Everybody's different. Judgment can be lessons that weigh on us for months, seasons, years. For others of you, it's just that moment in time where, I see. And some folks take a lot longer than others to learn their lessons, but the point is you're learning it now. In the Chariot, you may not believe it yet, but eventually you'll move forward, and you'll move forward powerfully and mean it and connect to it and feel towards it. The Hierophant, you're all about that direction. You are all about that direction. You're committed to that direction. You're like, this is me. This is my higher self. It's not about control. It's about my higher self. Correct. A lot of people confuse or conflate higher self with control. So long as I show discipline, I can conquer anything. Well, that doesn't mean you conquered yourself. You see how the two can get confused? So, I love discipline, except when I'm using my own behaviors in form of discipline and self-regulation to work against me. That's not the same as higher self, right? Higher self suggests I have a code I believe in, and it's better that I don't deviate from it. The devil's like, we can just discipline it, and that'll exercise control and restraint. I'll make you feel like shit. I'll give you the illusion of control, but it's really me. I control you. Yeah. It's that, you ever heard that phrase, you know, do you own your stuff or does your stuff own you? Yeah. It's kind of like that, except it's like from, you know, a spiritual perspective. All right, let's take a look at that Emperor, please. Woo! 5 majors, look at that. Ooh, da lolly. Let's see that Emperor, please. Let's see what's up with that guy. All right, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, the Knight of Cups, the Hermit. You're like, I feel what I feel and I feel good about it. And that's a very strong sense of wish fulfillment here. 9 of Cups, I'm doing what's right for me. Knight of Cups, I feel a certain kind of way, yeah. I feel romantic, yeah. I feel a little soft there. And the Hermit, I've thought about it. I've totally thought about it. I've been in this kind of emotional situation before where I feel like I'm responding to something, right? That I'm expressing myself, that I'm feeling good about my feelings, and I feel good about this. I've been experiencing this before. I know what's up. I know what the deal is. I know love when I see it. And you're like, you were confident. But whatever this was you were responding to in the past, you were confident that you had learned or healed or walked the path of enlightenment. And if you can just kind of control or regulate your feelings that were natural to you, you're like, got it. You're going to hit the sweet spot, right? Between control of the self and getting to feel whatever it is that you feel. Like, this is really based on experience. You know, you're like, I'm a mature Cancer. I've been through some shit. I've learned some things about love and the expression of it and allowing self to feel my feelings and also how to control them. Okay, so far I'm with you. Do you kind of hear the dialogue already that the devil has to work with? Let's see that Devil, please. Once more, I'm not picking on you. I think yours is absolutely fascinating. I'm already wished I had more time for it. Oh, P.S. There's background noise today. Lots of it. Let's see that Devil. Let's see that Devil. Ooh, some of y'all got some very particular aspects in your chart. We're talking Aries, Virgo, Cappy. Yourself, of course, and Taurus. Sure, why not? Why not? Woo! Let's see that Devil, please. Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Cups. Oh. We really didn't want to see how we were contributing to this. I'm sorry, honey. And by that I mean you were actually not present. You were not emotionally available to this, but you told yourself you'd worked through this kind of thing before. In some way, you were responding to love, and it felt good, and you were responding to it. But it also simultaneously triggered in you this need to control. I got this. Based on experience. I've been through this before. I am enlightened. You can't teach this dog any new tricks because I don't need to be taught nothing. That confidence, that calmness. At the same time, your heart space was still reacting to something, but you also weren't available. And your devil's like, you got it. You got it. Don't give too much thought about how you're contributing to this. You got it. Here's the trick. Feel something, not too much. There you go. It's a form of regulation, discipline, exercise. Man, call you Cool Hand Luke over here. But no, ultimately, at the end of the day, this wasn't very fun. I'm sure it might have felt like a form of discipline that in some ways felt good because you were exercising control up until the point that you weren't. And I know at some point it started to work against you. But you also couldn't quite see how you were contributing to this. The Eight of Pentacles. And that's the thing about the devil. That's their whole gig, is to keep you blind. But yeah, whatever this situation was, you developed I don't know what else to call it, a soft spot. You immediately recognized it and said, you know what, this makes me feel good. So that means it's not necessarily a bad thing. but I've been through this before. I feel the need to control and clamp down. So the trick is to give it something, but not too much. And then your devil kept popping up for this particular exercise in this situation that was largely practiced, but not really recognizing it as being practiced. Okay. I mean, again, because if you figured it out, you'd stop, right? Somehow you managed to keep yourself emotionally distant even while you were giving to it. So like I said, I'll feel some of it, but not too much. I'm not trying to put it all off on you, but I can definitely see where one was feeding the other. The point is, though, honey, you were not available to this. But you recognize something about it. It feels good to me, though, so I want to try to keep some of it. I can do it. I can control. I can control myself. I can control this pathway. I've been through it before. No. No, it had you. It very much had you. We were thinking about how. I mean, it's again, you were contributing to the pattern without fully seeing it. It's like, this is how I can work with it. That's what you were saying. That's the language I keep trying to use. How can I work with it? How can I work with it? How can I work with it? How can I make this work? But you were unavailable to really make it work. Like I said, we're cutting late into the afternoon. But still on time. Judgment. What's going on? Let's see judgment, please. Show me judgment. Okay. Chariot, that's you. The Eight of Swords and the Star. Okay. So in present day, again, this is an accelerated timeline. Everything I'm seeing here is being condensed in a couple of cards. All right, but this was obviously a process. So here it's present day, whatever that means to you, whenever your judgment started. You, right there, the Chariot, Eight of Swords, the Star. We can kind of admit to ourselves in present day where this was headed and how it was always headed in that direction. Some sense that this was not sustainable. But the bigger point here is that you were driving towards this for a reason. Even if you told yourself you couldn't see it, Eight of Swords. We understand now how much we desired this with the Star. There's something about this where we wanted to experience the love. We wanted to experience the unfolding of it, specifically with the Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. That's beautiful. It is beautiful. And you're like, yep. I'm familiar with this feeling. I'm familiar with this feeling. I know what this is like. I know what this is like to pursue emotion. But we weren't available to it. We just weren't. And you told yourself it was workable. It wasn't. It cost you in some way. I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be seeing the release of this with judgment. Lesson learned. Okay. This was not an exercise in control. It wasn't. It was that thing of I can either give myself to this or I can't. It had nothing to do with discipline or being tested. And we're giving that back to the universe and saying, I get it. I'm in tune with my lesson, like for real this time. It's not about experience. And in this respect, it's the one time I see the Hermit defeated. Some of you are very experienced in that sense of development and having walked the path and deeply considerate. But let's be real. A big part of you wanted to love this and be loved by it. But we weren't available. Your reason, you would know best why. I don't know. There's 1,000 reasons why you weren't available. I just see where you tried, I can make it work. I can make it work. You wanted to make it work because a part of your heart was responding to it. A big part. But over here, we can release that. Now, you specifically, the Chariot, Eight of Swords, is kind of saying, I can't act like I didn't see Eight of Swords. I can't. I'd be lying to myself, and I've already done that. I released this. And the lessons I learned. You know, that's a beautiful job. You're really trying to suspend judgment of yourself by giving this to the universe. Please tell me what I need to learn. Okay. Because, yeah, you said you couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. I didn't know I was doing this. I didn't know this is where I was taking this. We kind of did, though. We did. I'm saying we because it's relatable, right? I like to use we instead of you because nobody likes that. It sounds like finger pointing, so I say we. You know, and this has got some strong Cancerian signatures on it. We all have pros and cons, you know? If you want to see that you're not moving towards something, you're not gonna. The thing is that your heart beats faster and swifter than you consciously are aware of. That's kind of your con. So that's why it always behooves you to know where you're going, because your heart's going to typically precede you, you know? Yeah, but no, we can't pretend we didn't see we were heading this direction. We were heading this direction, okay? And how deeply, specifically, you desired this with the star. We're allowing ourselves to see it now, and why we allowed ourselves to compromise with it or say we could handle it. It was a matter of discipline and exercise, because you realized how much it fucking meant to you. Okay? The Chariot, let's see you. Let's do it. Let's see you in the future. Let's go. Was that what it was? It caught my attention. It was kind of hard not to see it. Was it a connection that was damn strong and damn warm? Yeah. In other words, you wanted to try, even if you weren't fully acknowledging it. Okay. You know what's funny? I haven't seen the other. Just how, more or less, if you will, forgive me, how it went down. I don't know the triggering mechanism that got you into the space of judgment. I'm just glad you got there, okay? But like I said, or I believe I touched on, I don't think at some point that was sustainable. No, you couldn't authentically continue to show up for this and not show up for it at the same time. That was a contradiction. Devil does that, man. Devil does that. Makes us think we can have it all, you know? All right, King of Wands, Temperance, beautiful. King of Swords, I like that determination. I like that focus. That's some good quality work in here. Man, you got that lesson. You got it down pat. You know, it's not about discipline. It's about what you believe in. And some of you have some very strong belief systems. You can really feel yourself moving forward soon, okay? Possibly even upwards to your season. To me, that is soon. In tarot time, that's nothing. This is technically future orientation. My point is that many of you are going to feel a lot freer about yourselves. You took this to task. You're still learning from it. You will always learn from it. And you have to admit, it pulled a lot of strong elements out of you, and you're at peace with that. I understand how this made me feel. I understand my reaction towards it. I understand why I tried to connect to it but couldn't fully give myself to it. I understand why I allowed that pattern to develop. Part of me really wanted to love and or be loved by this. I see that now. That's why I allowed it to happen. I see you coming to terms with it beautifully, powerfully. Your knowledge base is on point. Your sense of feeling about your direction is on point. You're feeling a lot better about you. And this is one of the benefits of taking this to task with spirit and allowing the dear universe. Can you help me with this shit, please? That's kind of what you did, but in a very phenomenal way. Large scale way, you know? Spirit, God, universe, whatever it is you want to call it, you surrendered it to something higher than you. All right, let's see that Hierophant, please. Right there in the outcome. Let's see that Hierophant, please. Let's see that Hierophant, please. King of Cups. Yeah, the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Who are you at odds with? Where's that coming from? First time I see something crash back down on the planet Earth. You've been doing such a beautiful job processing. Beautiful job. Somewhere further out, whatever that means to you, with the Hierophant there. King of Cups, Five of Wands, Queen of Wands. I see you trying to work literally your shit out between yourself and someone else. I don't know if it's the same person we were trying to recover or experience heart space with. And no, I'm not, but yes, I am. It could be that. That is obviously my first thought. Everything was leading up to this for a reason. I honestly don't know, because it's I'm in these beautiful planes of existence with you in terms of experience and insight and provocation of heart, and then I see you crash down to planet Earth. It's like, okay, you and me, let's go. So I don't, I'm not laughing at you. It's just the reality of it. It hits so hard. It's like, okay. But there's a sense of, this is where I want to be, and I know that, and I can commit to it, so the higher self is activated as opposed to a disciplinary form of exercise. You get it. In the King of Cups, the heart space absolutely shows up, and someone else's energy shows up. It's a little haughty, it's a little fiery or frustrated, I don't know, but it's a little bit of an argument there, but you're like, yeah, I'm here. I don't, that's just wild. It's wild that you're up here, up here, up here, and then, okay, you and I are arguing now, but it's a good argument, and I stand by it. What? There's love in there, there's passion too. But apparently there's some shit you two need to work out. So I don't... Sorry, that made me laugh. I don't know why. Why? And it's kind of one of those sexy arguments. I was like, yeah, that's why we're connected. Where the hell? Cancer. I can only assume it's everything. I told you I'm impressed because you showed me such complicated stuff, but how you were working on it for you. You didn't really involve the other. You didn't point the finger at the other. I'm sure that's all there. You know, I'm sure you have... Obviously, they participated to some extent, you know? So, it's... Yeah, there they are again, but it's a little further out. I don't know what that means. 36, the privileged lady. The privileged lady in this deck is either the Empress positive or negative. I don't see it that way. I see it as someone who is worth the time, energy, effort, and resources, empowerment, but it's further out. It's further out. Ah, the falseness. Yeah, there's that devil. There's that devil. The gift. There's that devil. The falseness in the gift. False presentation of self. Again, it's not an accusation. It's weird when the oracles back up what I've been saying, you know, from the point of view of viewer. Okay, to me, it's in alignment with what you've experienced. But here I see that false presentation of self. All right? It's either yours or it's not. You can say it's reversed. Okay, cool. But I just have the vantage point of one person and their deeply spiritual process and a lot of enlightenment. That's real enlightenment, excuse me. And a false person is a gift. I'm trying to offer you something I can't really make good on. You know, your heart wasn't in it. Okay? All right, that's enough of that. Stork, family, unity, protectiveness as well. Nesting qualities, number 17. Somebody here might have kids. They might have a home they built the hard way. I don't know. Nesting, very strong nesting instincts for somebody. 17 is here twice, by the way. For some of you, it's just a confirmation number. All right. Okay. Recovery. Yeah, no, I see that. Oh, of course. It's part of the whole process. Wait, which I normally don't advocate, but there's something here about timing to be right for the opportunity. Very good. Wait, look for a sign in the opportunity. Very good. But yeah, if you're familiar with my work, my go-to advice is not wait. No, it's understanding when things are right for you. And then it's never really false. Okay. But for some of you, we're waiting for the right opportunity at the right time. Okay. Cool. All right. We have the letter X twice. I never interpret that. I've seen X's all the time. Back-to-back ones too. Why do we associate with this person being an X twice? That's very distinct. They're my X twice. Okay. Interesting. Like I said, I wish I had more time with yours today. The jellyfish, long tentacles. In other words, the feelings run deep. Sometimes they're electric. And then we have the medallion of Gemini. So you have some very strong Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to. Their season might be important to you. And then there's also the keyword here of being intelligent. Okay, Cancer, honey. This one was really, really interesting. You're in right there. The ending right there. It's like, I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm committed to hashing this out. Let's call it hashing this out instead of fight. That's interesting. I like it, but it's also correct, more to the point. Okay. All right, Cancer honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.